Welcome to Chronic Curiosity. Hope you enjoy this episode with Miles. We get to sit down and just share some laughs, have some good-natured irreverence for a few hours. This episode will probably be split up into two different ones because we just kind of sat down for about 4 hours and just laughed and had a good time. Sometimes life is too serious, and sometimes it's good to laugh at things, and that's what we did today. What a great experience with a person that has a great sense of humor, laughs at things, and just, realizes that life can be hard, life can be difficult. Sometimes all you can do is laugh. So please enjoy this episode with Miles, and all the things, clicks and likes and any type of feedback you guys have, we appreciate it. The store is up on chronic-curiosity.com. Get yourself a t-shirt, whatever. Appreciate you being with us. Let's have fun. To it.
Bend over, touch your knees to your elbows.
Yeah.
So,
Can you hear?
I can hear myself just fine.
Okay, yeah.
Swearing,
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm gonna be myself.
Please do.
Okay. I did. Okay, yeah, that's all I needed.
We would be offended if you weren't.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
All right.
Is this isn't like I tell everybody before we start. There's no rules. We don't have rules.
On the other side of that door, it actually says full send before you walk in.
Yeah, there's no rules. If you got to get up and go to the bathroom, just say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get up," and we'll pause it. And
I think probably after the third IPA, it'll start getting more loose.
You'll be fine. So I appreciate you coming down. We're just gonna go ahead and start. We got Miles.
What's up?
What's up? You're going out on the town tonight afterwards?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
in the
Worcester area.
Worcester area.
So my wife, she was she's excited to come to Worcester. I grew up here, and I go, just imagine yourself, hey, let's go to Elyria for the weekend. I don't know how much it. Yeah, Elyria.
Bro, I work in Elyria.
Oh, where at?
At the Applegate Recovery Center, right off 833 East Broad.
Oh, you're right by my house.
Really?
I'm on Fairlawn Avenue off East Broad.
Yeah, I go to that liquor store all the time there.
It's quite the
He's familiar.
Oh. No,
the shithole.
It's just where I live. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
It is a shithole.
Didn't put it that way though.
Yeah. I never in my life.
Spade.
I never thought I would be settling down ever. Period. And
Let alone in
Elyria, yeah. And it's I always heard it's always gunshots, robbery, stuff like that in Elyria. And then living there, it's really not bad. I've only been robbed once.
It's not bad. How many years
Just
now?
once.
Is it?
Yeah, just once. Well, no. Twice. 3 times. Okay. Now they're all coming back to me.
Wait, hold on. Were you the guy at the gas station with the twisted tea?
Okay, I'm so So it's funny. I was going to bring
nothing
twisted
like
tea.
him.
The drink of Elyria I was going to bring down here, twisted tea. No, people...
Did that happen in Elyria?
Bro, it was the gas station right across from where I work.
The Circle K.
Shit, I didn't realize that happened in Elyria.
One of my patients had the extended video. No one saw it happen afterwards.
Oh wow!
What
What happened afterwards?
Well, the way you saw it go inside the store didn't quite go that way outside the store.
Oh no!
So yeah,
There. I don't know if you saw. There's people, not people. There's signs on the front that say "Do not take pictures," and there's when I used to go in there would be people going by the Twisted Tea spot, just yo, I can take a picture by Twisted Tea.
I'm at the store.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, all the burps are coming now.
It's fine.
It's all right. Excuse me. So, yeah, and then we've never actually ever talked, so you don't know anything about me.
No, we've talked before.
Can I? Okay, the back workout thing.
Yeah,
let's get that out of the way.
We're doing it. We're just gonna
we're going into
the
that.
way.
So
I felt like such a pile of shit.
Fred was the hot girl in school. Oh god damn it, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna talk to him. We're gonna do this, and I went through a phase in my life of 9 or 10 months where I had a wild hair at my ass. I'm like, I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight. I lost a fuck ton of weight, and I found it. So I lost 80 or 90 pounds. I was 220, and I gained it all back within a couple years. And in that time, I was just like trying to find reasons to network and go out, and like we were getting food, and like I'm just like shuffling my feet, like, oh god, all right, I'm gonna do it. Damn it, I gathered up all my courage, and then like he's just piling fucking broccoli and spinach and all this shit on his plate. And
mostly meat, I'm sure. It was
yeah,
probably
meat,
mostly
yeah.
meat.
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
Probably.
And like, and I just said, "Hey, man, you know any back workouts?" And then he just looked right at me, and then he goes, "Huh, back workouts? Huh." Ghost. Right after that,
So
nothing.
Where was this at?
No, this was at a thing. It was
Yeah.
at a thing that we were
Yeah.
there for, company thing, whatever.
Got you.
Yeah.
But I remember that, and that
Do you know any backward?
I remember.
Okay, yeah. Like,
Well, like no, so
now, what's up? That was the first sentence I've said to him in my life.
I like that icebreaker better though.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't quite. It
It
wasn't quite that. At least I didn't receive it as that awkward. But the problem was, I remember this because I felt like such a dickhead afterwards. I was standing there. I remember putting my stuff on, and then Miles comes up to me and he says something. He's like, "Hey, like, I'm looking for some good like back workouts or
Yeah.
something like that." And I'm like, and I was like, and we've kind of talked about it off the air before.
Yeah.
Where, I was a recluse. Didn't like people.
Shirt says it all.
Yeah, this is.
I think. I don't want to read it.
No, you don't want to read it? I can read it
Okay,
to you.
yeah, I'm from Illyria,
Does that
so
make
it's
it
hard
better?
to. That's what I do. I drink herb and I hate it. Okay.
So that used to be how I am until somehow I found myself doing this thing. So I always was super awkward, and I was like, so I got caught off guard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, back.
You're
What
still
do you mean,
pretty
like back
awkward,
workouts? Yeah, no, I get it. You used to seen me like 8 years ago. But I'm like, well, I was like back workouts, and you were like, yeah, and then like I was like, oh, like cool,
Well,
like
you
I
kept
can
like going further and further.
No, well, see, there's something else that happened because I remember I'm like, oh, like okay, yeah, no, like I can talk workouts like this. I can do this. Like I can have this conversation with a person that I haven't talked to a lot.
Yeah.
And then somebody on the opposite side of me said something like got my attention, and then I'm like, so I was like, what? Like, and there's a lot of chaos going on because people are trying to eat food and try to stand in line. So I was like, what? And then I answered that person or something, and then I turned back, and Miles is gone.
Yeah, like,
and then I'm like,
fuck you, all right?
and I was like, yeah, and I totally get like, so you
exactly
see,
what it was.
Yeah, you see both sides of the story. Where like, I was like, oh fuck, I was like, I totally just shit on him, incidentally.
Yeah, like, like I even went and I sat by myself. I mean, I like to sit at a table, and if you want to come up and talk to me, you can. I'm not gonna go try to go out and talk to people. I don't know. That's just, well, I say that, and then like with the bar I go to, I I really like talking to people, I guess. And then I think my thing is I just like making people laugh, and I've done that my whole life. And I remember talking to you, like it was more of like a defense mechanism for me.
Right.
And like just like I didn't realize I was doing it when I was young. And it was just one of those things like being bullied. I remember being on a bus and this kid in front of me. I mean, I still have, what did I say, farm animal tits? Or I think that
Yeah. I've never heard that.
Okay. But like,
It's a new one.
Yeah, farm animal tits. So, no, like the kid in front of me on the bus, he went around, he just grabbed 2 handfuls of my boobs and just started jiggling them.
That's
And
kind of fucking weird.
it was kind of, I turned on a little bit, I guess. But like,
Slight sense of fear.
That's not so weird.
yeah. I'm like, should I be into this or should I not? I don't, it all crossed my mind.
Yeah.
No, but like, and then just growing up as a kid too, like, with my family, like humor was a thing to, I don't know, crack the ice. And like, have you ever met my dad?
No, I've
Okay.
heard a lot about your dad.
My
at
dad,
this point. But
yeah.
not a lot, but I've heard about your dad.
My dad, I love him to death. He's a drunk, but like my childhood was around him and his adult friends and adult themed stuff.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
Like I would never put my kids like
in this situation right here.
Yeah, I'd never do that. What else?
I mean, I think I like I told you, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Like that defense mechanism, because everyone finds their little, defense mechanisms to make them feel better in a situation. Like I don't understand the people that, like Tony, he knows fucking everybody. Oh, literally fucking you guys have met before. Like everybody, like we went to I went on St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
We went downtown to do like a brew ruck kind of. Basically, it was a bar crawl. A couple people wore backpacks. My brother runs it. He started like a ruck club. I don't know if you know anything about rucking. They like take like a lot of weight and put it in a backpack and go hike, and like at fast speeds.
Do I look
No, I'm
like
just. I don't know if you've heard of it before. I don't know if you've heard of it before. Some people are like rucking. What's that? Is that kind of like some kind of weird sexual thing? Like,
is that where you go in people's backyards and drill for oil? Is that what that is?
Yeah. But so we went downtown and we're walking and doing a thing, and just some random person walking down the street. They're like, "Oh, hey, Tony." He's like, "Hey." Like we just keep on walking. I'm like, fucking everybody. And I don't understand how people can be so like right off the rip. They're just like talk to people. It's kind of annoying sometimes. It's like, why are you talking to me? Well, I don't know. I just want to say hi. I don't fucking know you. Why are you saying hi to me? Like, what are you...
Plus, I got to be in like the right mood too.
Yeah, me too. It's called hammered.
Yeah, that always helps too. Did you say you were a doctor or
nurse practitioner?
Nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the step of getting a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Had you already have?
I had a consultation, and the consultation was fucked. So I've never had it. I've never had it done. Obviously, that's why I'm getting it. I scheduled the appointment, and they asked me if I wanted to do a consultation first, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So it was set up for the 23rd. Like around 4 o'clock or something like that, 3:30, 4 o'clock. So the doctor's assistant calls me and says, "Hey, we're gonna switch this to like a Zoom online thing, a video chat."
I don't like where this is going already.
So mine's in so mmany places right now.
I thank you guys so much for instantly going where my mind went, because then I like in my head I go, "Fuck."
You're like, fuck, I've done this before.
Yeah, okay.
Can I angle that thing?
Oh, exactly. So like, and then like my skin was flushed, my heart was going like that, and I go, okay, cool. I think I can do that. And then so I hang up, and then instantly I'm like, okay, I have to clean everything up, like the first time I ever had sex in my life. Just make everything presentable, look nice. Yeah,
I like that. That's a good word.
I
go to the dong salon.
Oh yeah. The dong salon was Walmart, and I got Nair. That's what I got.
Jesus.
And it felt like I put icy hot on that area. And like I was reading.
No-go.
Oh, it makes it look very nice. So I get that. I take everything off, and then I'm trying to find like an area where I can videotape myself. And then I go to my bedroom, and I have shitty lights in my bedroom. I have a fan, yeah, right, with lights, and one of them doesn't work. The one blinks like a Saw movie or something.
You're
like
dick out in the club.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a strobe cock going on.
It looks like a hostage video is what I'm like trying to like. So
wait, your dick or the room?
The room. I mean, well, both. I mean, it really sets the mood with me and my wife, which is kind of funny. We don't have the lights on whenever we do whatever. So like I start recording, and I'm laying down, and like I just lift my shirt up and take my shorts down, and then I'm just like trying. That angle didn't work, so I stand up.
So this is like you're getting prepped. The pre-recording.
I just don't want to just go balls out and go right into it.
Yeah.
So then I go to the bathroom, and your bathroom is the size of my whole fucking house. It's my bathroom. When you sit down on the toilet, the sink is like you can armrest right there, and I have to spread my one leg out to fit down in there. But anyway,
well, if it makes us feel any better, it used to be a bedroom. But we realized we weren't having I don't have a vasectomy, but my wife can't have kids anymore, so we're only having one. So that's why. Full disclosure. I got a tiny one like that too. It just hasn't been torn down yet.
The bathroom or
no. The bathroom. Yeah. Bathroom's tiny.
All I could picture when you said your legs, I could just picture like outriggers going down for you to just get set.
Yeah.
He's got like one propped up on like a lazy boy, one propped up on the bathtub, just taking a shit, like lean back.
But that's what I sat down, I did that, and like up above, that one didn't work. I was standing on the bathtub. I am amazed that I was standing on the bear. But like I set my phone up and then I went back to the bathtub. I'm like, all right, fuck, this one isn't working either. And then I went, screw it. I'm just going to go to the kitchen or the dining room and just have it right there. Excuse me.
So
we're
go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead.
God, I want to get to the penis part, please.
I don't want to stop you. Yeah.
So February 23rd happens. 3:30 comes around and I get the link and I click on the link and it's just like an office like this, and you just see people at the doorway buzzing back and forth. And so I had a nice button-up shirt on, and I just had boxers on underneath. And I go sit down at my dining room table, and I'm like, okay, like should I just be standing up with my dick out?
That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
I would suggest
Miles. Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm sitting under the kitchen table doing like a money sign to try to get presentable, like because
it's cold.
Fluffing it a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like a little touch here and there,
and then not too much.
Not
too much.
I'm really excited to do this.
Yeah, like
so like the doctor, like he comes in, he takes his mask down, and like you could tell he did not want to like be a part of any of this. Okay, Miles. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in. He says the whole procedure, and then like I just felt like a little virgin. I'm like, oh, does he want to see me naked? Is this time? Do I get to do that? And he goes, do you have any questions for me? And I go, do you need to see anything? He goes, no, I know what it looks like. And I go, like, did he see pictures or something beforehand? I'm thinking, what did I send people?
That OnlyFans page is still
up. I would, we'll get into that.
No, you've been on 4chan, huh?
Exactly. And he goes, no, I don't need to see anything. This is just to talk it through. And so we talked it through. And he goes, just make sure that your scrotum is clean of it. And I quote, debris and hair. Is it debris? What debris is going to be?
I'll tell you. I mean,
bro, it's a Lyrion.
I'm sure Tony can attest to this, but my wife also works in the healthcare industry.
Okay,
and probably there's some patients that have debris.
But the thing, like, the procedure itself, I'm so embarrassed to. I don't want to run into the doctor or the nurses afterwards, because then it's like, oh, I know what his dick looks like. And just like even going to public bathrooms, I will hold it until I grenade. I refuse to go to public bathrooms just because, well, like I'm afraid of somebody peeking in the crack of the door and like making eye contact with me or going underneath.
That'd be a little weird.
Like I don't like, oh my God, I see him naked. Like,
I'm not saying it's irrational, but it's unlikely.
I just don't want to do it. Like
I'm like the complete opposite.
Well, dude,
I'm like public bathroom, dig out right there.
You know who I was thinking of was old C. Parsons. I've heard stories about him in places being like, "Hey, this is my. Everyone needs a good dick, doc. Yeah. This is the guy right here. He seen my."
Well, my cousin did that one time. He jumped up on top, like in the bathroom stall, and like I was sitting down doing what people do sitting down.
I do both sitting down.
You sit down to pee?
Sometimes. In my own house, I do.
I mean, I do too. It's just a lazy thing, but
yeah, no, for sure. How often?
I've done it in the like where I didn't want to lift the toilet seat up. So I just take the shower curtain open and then just turn the shower on and just piss in the shower. Not taking a shower, just...
Well, so I feel like that's more movements than like just lifting the toilet seat up.
Yeah, well,
dude,
I guess...
hold on. How about this? How about trying to pee with a full hard on?
That's rough. You have to like that's the you
Get
have
in
to
the
have
mirror
enough
out
room.
like me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah, or you have to use a urinal,
or you could use a bathtub. That's not a bad idea.
See?
Yeah, because if not, you have to like kind of like really like do like a bending over and like on the wall. Like
I don't think I've ever pissed with a hard on in my life.
I have a couple times. It's not good.
I'm sure I think I have. I'm just not really something that goes through my mind. Like,
Yeah.
damn it! What?
So he hasn't been in an R. Kelly video.
I haven't. Well, so like just to clarify, people say like, oh, you sit down to pee, well, you're a bitch or whatever.
No.
Like, no, it's like if I'm in my house, why stay in there? If I'm gonna stay in and pee, I'm just gonna go outside because I get some fresh air at the same time. That's my favorite thing to do. I pee outside at my house more than I do inside.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like why? Yeah, I can get some, especially in the winter. It's nice and chill. You get that nice breeze.
You gotta
You're
write
like,
your name, bro.
yeah.
I can't really do it at my house
Oh,
outside.
that's a bummer.
I have, but it's been pitch black, and I go behind the garage, and I go
yeah. No
Nobody
one's
can
gonna see it, and that's fine.
allegedly or whatever you got to say.
Well, that was when we bought this place. It was like I didn't get all of my qualifications for the house that we wanted because it was our second house. And I was like, I said, I need just a tiny little bit of land. I said, I need a garage, and I want a back porch so I can go out and shoot my guns off naked. And unfortunately, I don't have enough, clearance in the back to shoot my guns off naked, but I can go outside and pee.
Why do you want to shoot your guns naked?
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
Right, exactly. Why not? Not that I would. I would probably do it. I'd probably do it once or twice ever.
Would.
Yeah, I'd probably do it once or twice ever, but just to have the capability to say like, oh yeah, I just go out my back porch. The option to just go back out and just shoot my gun naked.
I don't own a gun
Really?
at all. Yeah. It's not that I don't believe in guns or anything like that. I just
They're real.
yeah, they're real. I don't have like some political view of it or anything like that. I have two kids. One, I'm afraid they're gonna get into it and kill me or somebody else.
Not each other.
Not
Me.
each other, just me.
Yeah, I've pissed them off too much sometimes. And my wife's really uncomfortable by guns too. She's never grew up with them, never been around them. I grew up with them. My hillbilly dad, he gave me a musket this year for Christmas.
Like, is it like a working like you could?
It's my dad. I don't know. I think
Is it like a musket? Or
I
is
don't,
it
like a
just
blunderbuss
black
or something. Like
Muzzle loader?
yeah,
just
muzzle. Like it's got.
Okay,
the
I wasn't
flint.
sure if it was like an old school like actual
Yeah, I was like,
musket.
bring it.
I was
Like,
like,
I wanna
that
see
sounds
this
fucking
thing.
cool.
Yeah, it's got the flint thing on it. It's not like the cap that you put on.
Not the inline one. Yeah, it's a flintlock.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know dick about guns.
I don't know much about.
Yeah, you
muzzle
point,
loaders.
you shoot, and
I
then
have one. I've never shot it though.
But like it was this year for Christmas, and he was so happy, and he saw clearly that I wasn't happy, and he's like, "Yeah, bigger." God, oh, you don't know how my dad. Well, my dad has like his own kind of language too. It's like a mix of like slurring and like Navajo Indian stuff, and then so whenever like I do my dad voice, my actual dad. It's like, oh, yo, freaking dog, goddamn it, there. Like that's what he sounds like a boom hour,
Like
kinda.
boom hour, but more enunciated.
Yeah, you got to get him on the right day. But he got so pissed off at me that I didn't like it, and he goes, well, I figured you could put it up in the house or something like that. I go, you've been to my house, like it's plants, like my house is plant, not because of me.
That sounds nice though.
My wife loves plants. I know I'm all over the place right now, but. I'm like, okay, you can have a couple plants. And I just didn't want it to look like, like the rainforest when you walk in, like you're banging your head on a fern or whatever the fuck they're called.
So now it looks like the rainforest.
It looks like a fucking rainforest. And well, and then she's like, well, my wife's saying that, you get more oxygen to breathe in the house, which is funny because I almost had a stroke not too long ago.
Jesus.
The doctor. My blood pressure was 205 over 80 or no 90 something.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound very good.
I don't. Well, when it happened, I was sitting down. I got home from work and I was playing around with the kids and like the whole day, like my chest was like just hurting really bad. I didn't think a thing about it. It's done it in the past. And the kids took a bath. I took them upstairs and I walked one flight of steps and it felt like I ran a marathon. and I'm just going like that at the top, and then like I sit down on the landing of steps. I'm like, Patty, like something's wrong, and she like I constantly fuck with her always, and she thinks I'm just joking around with her. And I go downstairs, I lay in the bed, and then it's starting to feel tingly in my chest, and like then she comes in, and it looks like I'm skydiving on my bed, and I'm just laying down like my arms out and everything. And she like climbs up on top of me, gives me like a kiss on the head, and she goes, "All right, in case you have a heart attack tonight, I love you." And like that's what I'm like, I don't fucking say that right now because this is serious. I don't feel right. And then she saw me and she's like, "Okay, something's not right." And then I drive to the hospital.
Just to clarify real quick, for those that don't know you, like you're a jokester a lot.
All the time.
So it's not like I feel like your wife was not being a dick.
No, she
like
wasn't
she
being
just like playing along with.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. In case you have a heart attack tonight, mwah, I love you.
Yeah.
Is that life insurance policy?
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. God, bitch, don't. So yeah, I go to the hospital, and then they take me in right away, and like it started making me nervous how fast they were working and how fast they got me back to a room, how fast they got my clothes off, my shirt off.
Chest pain. It's a universal phrase to get in fast.
Yeah. And then they put the EKG on me and everything. Well, they took my blood pressure, and then when they saw my blood pressure, like, okay, he needs a room now. And I don't know if that's high for blood pressure. I have no idea.
It's fairly high.
It's
I don't know how.
Average.
I know that's fairly high.
Yeah.
I mean, 120 over 80 is kind of still the.
Oh, I'm fucked. So, yeah, and I get back to the room, and then, like I was laying down and like just like looking at the ceiling just like this, and I'm just thinking like, God damn, this is it. Like, I thought I was done because people don't move that fast when it's like
right when you see doctors and nurses in an emergency room
Yeah.
moving at hyperspeed.
Yeah,
You're
like, okay.
oh shit, this must be an emergency, right?
And like the one thing I could obviously like my kids I was thinking about, and then like at the time I was like looking at the ceiling. I'm like, Jesus, the Browns are 7-2, and I'm not gonna see how the season's gonna end. And, like I was legitimately like, of all years, why this year? Like I needed they could take the AFC North, like, but obviously, I mean,
that sounds like CJ.
CJ, yeah.
I don't know if you heard CJ. So CJ was a Army veteran. He got hit by an IED roadside bomb and blew all his stuff up and everything. He said he died. They brought him back, and by the time he woke up in the hospital, he was talking to his wife. Like, and his wife thought he was going to die, and he was in Germany or whatever. And he gets her on the phone, and she was like, "They're like, oh yeah, so just kidding. He's going to live. We brought him back, and he's going to survive." And so she's talking to him on the phone, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, because I think it was the year that the Cavs went to
16 when they won the finals.
Maybe it was before then. I think it might have been, but they were in the playoffs.
Okay.
And how the Cavs doing? She's like, "You motherfucker, are you serious right now? Like, they just told me you were dying 2 days ago, and now you're asking me how the fucking Cavs are?" Like,
It's a big deal. I'm not big into the Cavs or anything. It's just Cleveland Brown. I love the Browns so much, and I don't know why. Like, are you guys Browns fans at all?
Mildly.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm a Browns fan more than I am any other NFL team.
So you're not screaming at the TV, throwing your fucking kids. And,
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I hardly have any TVs left, but my kids have broken 2 of them.
Yeah. Like my parents were never into Cleveland sports at all. None of my family was. I don't know how or why I started. Well, my sisters, both my sisters took me to a Browns game. And it was like the first time I saw like how green the field was and how like how big the stadium was. And it was something really cool that I have 2 sisters.
That is a different experience. I've only been to Cleveland Brown Stadium once. And the very first, the one game I watched was when Manziel started against the Steelers.
Fuck him.
I remember like we had like phenomenal tickets. Like
Yeah.
we got there probably like maybe 5 minutes late, and our tickets were so good that the people around us were pissed off that we got there 5 minutes late. They're like, "Oh, we were like literally there was like, oh, we were wondering if you guys were going to show up."
Yeah.
Like we were like 8 rows up on the 50-yard line.
Was that with Kiefer?
No, it was through my mom. Like,
Oh, okay.
Her husband or her fiance, like they got tickets from some owners of the company he works for, whatever. So we were like super awesome tickets, but they're like, well, we're wondering if you guys are going to show up. And then we just saw Manziel just
Tank at like every other?
No, I've never seen a human so scared on the football field. He was like, you could see like this grown man playing for the NFL is visibly scared to death, and it was like, oh,
like they had to have taken him to just put people in the stands. Like he was like first round talent, or no, I already fucked it up. First round hype with 6th round talent. That's
and then he just really tanked it.
Once he
in his
did
personal
this,
life. Something happened.
I mean, I did the money sign when I was getting ready for the doctor, but that's where I got it from.
That's where
actually,
you got
yeah, he must have been ready for something too. But yeah, once I saw him do that when he was getting drafted, I'm like, all right, this guy's a douchebag, and I don't like him at all. I was that way with Baker too. Like,
Baker's at least pulled it off though.
the like Cleveland fans, like I can't, like, somebody can do good like Baker did well, he had his days or whatever, but like he's turning the franchise around and everything, and people still hate the guy. Like I go through phases where I hate him. I got a buddy that loves him to death. But like, I don't know, I'm still hit and miss on Baker, but
I feel like all Cleveland fans are like that regardless, because you have like, maybe except for the Indians fans, because they seem to be okay typically.
Yeah.
But like they did the same thing with LeBron and the Cavs. Like he said, oh, LeBron is a fucking pussy. But
you don't why don't you like LeBron?
It's just his attitude and the way he acts.
I never got into. I've always heard in like the Jordan LeBron debate. Did you watch the Last Dance documentary?
No,
I heard it was awesome.
It was sweet. I'm not big into basketball, and I'm like, okay, Michael Jordan over LeBron any day, but it's heavily biased. Of course, I'm going to think I don't like. Then you go like championships. Okay, 6, and what's he got, 4 now or 3?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
And then
It's just his attitude. I just don't like the way he presents himself. He's just like, dude, like, you're a multi-million, like, you are literally one of the best basketball players that ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
You have money literally coming out of your ass, and then you just pout like a little fucking bitch. Like, give me a break. At least like people can say Michael Jordan was an asshole. But
I took that. Oh, you didn't see the documentary? But that was
no,
like a
I
big
just feel like that's like a big thing. Michael Jordan's just a fucking asshole. Well, yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to win.
He didn't want to. Yeah, he
didn't want to lose.
You're not going to eat today. That was one thing he did to his teammates.
Yeah. I don't know where that was going, but
Oh no. Yeah, it works. It's all right. And then it cracked me up when J.R. Smith, when he threw soup at somebody's face, one of his coach's face.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Soup's
like-
a hard thing to throw. But
in a
throw
locker-
something like
No soup for you.
But like in a locker room, who's eating soup in a locker room? That's what I didn't
who's
get.
eating soup at all?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Zero fucks given.
Okay.
there.
yeah.
Do you eat soup or drink soup?
I mean,
I'm gonna go eat some. If it's in a thermos, would you be eating soup?
and I'd be drinking it.
I think about that all the time. This is a
You
question.
think about that all the time.
Maybe a stew or a chili.
If it has
Eat.
like protein or something in it, and you're chewing, I was like, man, these are picks up everything. But yeah, I always. But yeah, it sounds weird. Like, can you pass me the soup so I can drink it, please? And then, but
Yeah.
and
I
then-
get what you're saying. I think it all depends on the consistency.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if when you're sick, if you have chicken noodle soup.
I'll take one, please.
That's
Sorry.
no, yeah, go for. I did no. There's no sorries here, unless you break something.
Yeah, I was just.
If you break,
stab.
yeah, if you break any, yeah, just keep the sorries to this end of the table. That'd be preferred.
Now you gave me a fucking complex. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna pop this. It's gonna spill, and
It's a fine. You'll be all right.
don't do this to me.
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like,
well, no, like I'm right-handed, and then this.
I mean,
this
would you? Are you good? Are you done with that one?
oh shit.
Yeah, because we have a trash can.
Yeah,
we
I'll
have
take
those
it.
capabilities, unless you're like lining them up or something.
Nah, I'm good.
Playing bowling later or something. No, like if
Going to Wayne Lanes later.
If you're sick and you're eating soup, it's more broth than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be you're really drinking. Even if you do it with a spoon, you're still drinking it.
That's true. It's not like I don't think about it all the time, but it's just
If you don't have to chew it,
yeah, that's-
drinking it.
You're drinking it, yeah.
If you're chewing it, you're eating it. I say,
All right, fuck this. Let's okay. Yeah, like I'm over the soup thing.
okay.
Right?
Sorry. I mean, we only talked about it for like 10 seconds. We got. I mean, we.
Yeah,
how
how
long? Do you have a timeline or anything?
I whenever you want me to leave.
I just didn't know if like since you're doing the date night, if there was like a timeline it'd be done by.
We're going to a steakhouse, or that steakhouse you told me about.
It's good.
Hopefully it's good.
It is.
I just now realized I didn't pack a good shirt.
You're fine. It's Worcester.
So it's what
You're fine. Yeah. They'll just be happy to have people there paying for food. No, I've gone. That's a place that you can like dress up and be just fine, or you could go and as long as you're not going in like literally dirty clothes, they don't care. They're solid people, and the food is at least last time I was there. Have you been to the steakhouse?
Oh yeah, I've been there a bunch.
I mean, recently.
Oh, it's been 6 months at least.
Okay, so it's more recent than I haven't been anywhere in since the whole pandemic thing. But yeah, no, they do good shit there, good food.
You're gonna love it. It's the best ever.
I'm not saying it's the best, but it's a good food, especially for around here. It's not like Applebee's or Longhorn or something like that.
We were talking about like
Longhorn's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not the steakhouse.
Longhorn can kiss my ass.
Ooh.
I had a bat. No, what's the other steakhouse? Longhorn.
Outback?
No,
Tumbleweed.
Logan's?
No, that's
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse.
That's what it is. There's
Peanuts?
all puffy and shit.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's like on your shoes when you get home and you got shit all over your pants. No, I never ever send my food back. And I got a medium rare steak, porterhouse, and I cut into it, and it's red and it's cold, but it just looks like they seared it and then just sent it off.
So you got straight up rare.
Yeah,
what you got.
And I'm like, man, I don't want to send this back. I can't do this. I was all nervous.
Seen the movie Waiting.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Some dude's gonna be dropping his nuts on the thing. And...
Is that pre or post vasectomy nuts?
Oh yeah.
Does it matter?
Maybe, I don't know.
I am nervous, but anyways, so then like my wife starts getting really pissed off at me that I'm not sending it back. Like she's not like belittling me. You fucking dick! You're gonna send that thing back right now. But like she at the time she was a waitress. What are girl waiters called? Waitresses. That's because I was going through my head.
Can you say that? Can you say it now? Wait, is it wait X maybe?
Yeah, that's the gender neutral term.
Sorry,
for it.
we don't have to go down that road. Just sorry.
No, I'll bullshit with it too.
It's like the Latin X.
That's wait
I
X.
figured you
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about when I sent my steak back.
Sorry. So
this is really important.
So your wife was pissed because you wouldn't send the steak back.
Yeah, because I'm overweight.
It was cold, and you were
yeah,
bitching about it.
Yeah,
and she was like,
she was a waitress at the time, and she's like doing the, excuse me, sir, get over here, please. And like the guy came over, and his steak is raw, and then oh my god, I'm so sorry, and it looks like they just put it. They gave me a fucking hockey puck when it was black.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and I go, this is
it cooked enough for you now,
Yeah.
dickhead?
and then even like, do you guys grill out?
Oh yeah, constantly. I grill out. This whole winter it was like 5 degrees out, and I'm like, crank that bitch on high. It's gonna take a little longer.
I get like when somebody like complains about like a burger or steak or like a fucking hot dog that I cook, like, or like
who's bitching about hot dogs?
my kids do.
Oh
like,
well, that's okay.
And just like it's like a bite, and you see it. It's good. Like, what the fuck? It's not good. I get so offended when people complain about like food that I cook, but like now. I think I've like scared my family into like, oh, this is really good. Like this, you should be on that show. What the grilling show or whatever?
Like, well, it's good. Shut up, it's fucking good.
I will
tell him it's good.
Yeah. Tell daddy it's good. Okay, just tell him it's good. It's okay.
No wonder you don't want your kids to have guns in the house.
Exactly.
Fucking pissed at you.
Yeah. That's the last time
Shitty ass hot dog.
Goddamn hot dog. I'm gonna kill that man.
Fucking dry ass ribs giving me all the time. But I never believe them when they're eating like food that I cooked on the grill. I just don't believe them anymore. And I just think it's I don't know. I don't buy it. Sorry.
Cook it yourself.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
But I don't know why I enjoy grilling so much. I put the meat on the grill. I close it.
So you enjoy the process of it? Or is it just like standing there and just like smelling it?
Honestly, I just think I just have an excuse to drink. Like, that's, I could, like when my kids play on this trampoline, like, okay, yeah, cool, I'll go outside and, watch you jump on the trampoline.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I twiddle my thing. I can only play, games on my phone so many times. That drives me nuts too.
The other day I was playing golf, and I had mentioned, I was like, man, I was like, if it wasn't for this golf, I was like, if it wasn't for golf and the podcast, my buddy was like, you'd be, he goes, he like cut in, like tried to finish my sentence. He's like, you'd be bored? And I said, no, sober. Like, I don't know what it is. Like you go golfing, it's like, it's, you know,
Might as well drink.
crack a beer at the turn. You know?
When I was dieting and exercising, I drank water every day.
It's good for
I didn't drink like liquor, nothing. For 9 or 10 months, it was 12 to 1,500 calories in water. And I exercised 5
no
days a
wonder
week.
you didn't stick out with it. 1,200.
Well, no, like I kept going, and then I just got bored. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. And then it just all came back, and then I, like my rule is for myself, like I don't want to say I'm going to start dieting again. Like it annoys me when people have to announce that they're.
Right.
I'm thinking about. Then fuck it to do it.
I'm thinking
about. Okay, I'm thinking about a lot of shit that I'm not going to do. But
I think about a lot of shit.
yeah. The eating and drinking soup. Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, as soon as you start thinking about something, if you're thinking about something damaging, or like scary, okay, tell me that so I can stop you. But if you're like, it's a waste my time.
That reminded me. Do you or anybody you guys know, are they scared of clowns? Do you have a phobia of clowns?
I don't know if I know anybody that has a phobia of clowns necessarily. I've heard of that. I've never met anybody though.
I just think it's
sorry.
That's all right.
No, go ahead.
I just think it's something that people say to be cool. I don't really.
That makes you cool.
Well, like to fit in with the crowd, like people who are scared of like holes or something, like
Trypophobia.
Yeah,
I have that. Not. I don't have that. I don't. But it does. It's certain patterns.
So if you look at like a
creep me out.
honeycomb, that would fuck with your...
Honeycombs don't bother
Okay.
me because they are geometrically symmetrical.
Okay.
But it's when
Jesus, bro, you're gonna get into the waggle dance next.
I don't know what that is.
That's how bees communicate.
Oh, yeah, right. Here's Tony.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What they do with the
Hey, are we gonna go
Octagonal geometric?
yeah.
Are we gonna go ruck and do a waggle dance?
Yeah.
Or
No,
whatever,
it's
yeah.
it's when things aren't particularly symmetrical and not not precise. If they're not mathematically like
You mean
perfect.
my deck?
Yeah.
I thought about fucking with you when you gave me your address because your house was on Zillow.
Oh yeah.
I was nosy.
Right.
Dude's got a nice stove, and I was gonna fuck with you about your deck in the backyard.
Okay.
I didn't. If I wanted to, though.
What's wrong with my deck in the backyard?
It's unsymmetrical, like you said.
No, mine's
Oh, shit.
asymmetrical.
Oh, his.
All
Is,
right.
yeah. I mean, what's?
There's nothing wrong with your deck. You have a
Oh,
beautiful
you mean no?
deck.
So I no. I was just trying to figure out what you meant.
No, you did. Oh yeah, talking about me getting offended about food. I'm thinking I'd say one thing about your deck, and then now, get the fucking pack up.
Maybe
Get
I
out of
didn't
here.
build the deck.
Did you
Maybe
though?
no.
It's treated lumber. You had to build a deck.
Boy, somebody else didn't build it before I got here.
It
I have
looks
built part. I have built part of the deck back there.
See,
But I don't think that's on. I don't think that's on Zillow.
no, it's fine.
It's brand new. I just did it last year.
It's a beautiful deck.
It's shitty. Are you talking about the angles and shit that are in it?
Yeah,
Please enunciate when you say that.
Yeah.
You said it's a beautiful deck.
Oh, yeah.
you have a beautiful farm.
Speaking of that,
firm,
that Zoom,
Yeah.
that Zoom
thick.
I'll take one.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no. When we that's been here.
Okay.
And it's stupid because it's shitty too if you actually go out there and look at it. Like there's these angles, like these little weird triangles that are built into it, which look kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
But they don't serve the deck.
Yeah.
The deck. They don't serve any purpose because you can't they're not big. There's nothing big enough to you can fit one chair on it.
All right.
Like what kind of fucking stupid shit's that? Yeah. I didn't do that. Someone built that and it's been there.
Somebody else's problem.
It is stupid though. I agree with you. That's dumb.
I was wanting to build a floating deck. Did you ever see those?
Has rafts underneath of it,
Yeah.
buoys, on the water.
Yeah, I want to flood my back fucking yard and make a.
Or is it just a deck that's not
Yeah.
attached to the house?
It's
Is that what you're talking?
Yeah, it's a deck that's not attached to the house. A float. Yeah. What are the pontoon? I'm gonna get a
pontoon
pontoon boat.
deck.
Yeah, pontoon. Yeah. Get a bunch of 50-gallon drums. And I was talking shit about people saying I'm thinking about
Right.
I'm thinking about
building
yeah.
a floating. That's my front porch is a floating porch. I've never heard it called floating.
I don't know. It's what the YouTube guy said
Oh,
it
I
was. I became an expert.
Naturally.
Old Bob Vila.
And Tim Allen.
Oh man, my dad, he loved Bob Vila and the karate guy that Texas Ranger, Chuck Norris.
Oh, Chuck Norris.
I told
The eyes of the ranger upon you.
Yeah. I told him that. I'm like, hey, Dad, they're rebooting that show. He's like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, Chuck's not going to be in it.
Oh, he's getting a little too old.
Fuck it. He's not watching it.
Who's taking his role over?
Zac Efron probably. I don't know.
God, I was gonna say somebody better have a sweet beard that's stealing in.
Have you watched that show? The old.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
This is so cheesy. Like Cordell Walker, or was that his name?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
It's like that's right before like when not Sean Connery. What's his name? The guy with the ponytail.
Seagal.
Oh, Seagal.
Steven Seagal. Yeah, I was like right before. Like they were both like in the running for how cheesy they could be. But the sad thing was like, isn't Steven Seagal like a black belt in something or something like that?
Yeah,
like
ish. But dude, Chuck Norris though, man, he was like kickboxing champion.
Yeah, he was.
He doesn't look
So-
like the guy that would be a kickboxer or anything to do with karate or like if
The-
I saw him
is
in a
it the
bar.
mustache.
That's when you get a roundhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
bam. And I'm not.
Roundhouse wearing these bad boys. Forget about it.
I think he has red hair. That kind of, and I don't.
Are you prejudiced against people
No.
with red hair?
You don't
I
think
got some
someone
red-
without a soul can roundhouse kick you?
Yeah.
See, no, I actually, when my wife dyes her hair red, I find it incredibly attractive. Dark red though. It's kind of got a dark turn.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Next topic.
No. So, do you guys remember the first time you like broke up with a girl, like your soulmate or something like that in high school? Like,
Oh yeah.
like I became the biggest baby. The like my first like heartache breakup.
Yeah, bawled my eyes out for no reason.
Yeah, I was crying. I would get in my car and like drive past the house, and like I don't know what I wanted to see though.
Oh, I was like in middle school.
Oh,
but when I had that experience, sorry, I didn't drive.
He's in middle school. Yeah, I was 26.
It was 2 weeks
No,
ago.
I want to say 16. I think.
That's acceptable. Your mind's really fucked up when you're 16.
Yeah, but I like. Did I want to see like a silhouette of like her and another dude? Like I knew it. I knew I was right.
Speaking of country songs,
But I don't listen.
wasn't there a country song where it's like that's not my truck in her drive?
Yeah, what's it? I stuck the key inside the 4-wheel drive or something like that. Yeah, that was about cheating, wasn't it? That Carrie Underwood. She's a fox.
25% of country songs are about cheating.
Yeah,
or
or
a
a truck.
dog.
The other 25%, there's the truck, then the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Or
other-
burning,
fishing and day drinking.
burning something
There you
down
go.
too. I
We
think
just figured country music out in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
a road. I fucking hate that song so much.
Old Jason Aldean,
Yeah,
the Dirt Road song.
can't stand it.
He kind of sucks.
Yeah, he sucks. I like the country I'm into is like the pre like 90s and back. I really like the like 50s and 60s country stuff.
Old school, like John Prine and like Cash and all those guys.
Don't know who Prine is though.
He's
Sounds
a
like a
old country legend.
Yeah, he's a hell of a writer.
okay.
Yeah, I guess he was more of a writer than he was. I mean, he played and sang, but he
did.
was more of a writer, I think.
In Spite of Ourselves is probably his most famous song. It's a good one.
That reminds me, like, oh, you never heard what John Prine?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the dude will get the phone out and like do the YouTube. You got to check it out. Look. If you ever show me a YouTube video of something like, have you ever heard of blank? Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not gonna listen to like. I just don't want to deal with the like. How long do you hold it?
That's creepy. Yeah, I don't want to hold your phone. Don't
Well, like, and,
I want to do that. Don't give me your phone.
and it's like okay, like in high school too, like looking at nudes on somebody's phone. How long do you look before it becomes like? Okay, man, give me my phone back. Like 3 seconds.
You're the
or,
one that
like-
gave it to me. What do you
Yeah,
want me
when you see this, it's time to get back.
Money signs.
But I like, and I was the guy that looked at it too long on the phone. But yeah, to see in the picture, and I'm just like taking it all in. I'm looking, and I'm realizing it's okay. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then the phone gets snatched away from me. So
Well, back in the day, you didn't have like kids these days have like porn and stuff. It's like I mean, it's like you had dial up, and that was about as good as you get. So it takes, it's like you see the picture
You
line
see the
by line.
face first, and you're like,
On my dial-up, I had 60 windows open, like, and I minimize them, and I would like put them in order from like, okay, I opened this one at 9 o'clock, 9:05, 9:30, like, and then I would just like open it up. Okay, we're down to the chin now on this one. Okay, we're down to the knees on this one.
Making progress.
I was a fucking creep when I was a little dude.
No, I think I would venture to say the vast majority of boys are creeps when they're little.
The Land O'Lakes butter box. Did you ever?
That get you?
No, it was like a big thing. You could cut the. Well, they don't. Yeah.
It's like, wait, you cut a hole in this motherfucker?
No.
Box of butter? What the fuck?
No, like you could.
I knew where you were going with
Okay,
it.
like the Native American woman that's on the front, and she's like kneeling on the front. Like if you could cut the knees and it went up and
fold
looked
it up like
yeah.
the people do with the tricks with like the dollar bills and stuff to make
Yeah.
images.
Yeah.
They look like boobies and you fold it up.
Yeah, you just folded it up and it just looked like her hands was like that. And then the community porno mag when I was in middle school.
Ooh, that's a terrible string of words.
No, dude, like it would be hidden. I'm not shitting you. It was over Sterling, I think I remember. It's probably still there.
check it out. I live in
I
Sterling.
live in Sterling.
I live in
Special
Sterling.
box.
I'll check it out today. I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's whatever. But like it was. Oh my god. Well, whatever. I'll just say the story. Me and a couple of my buddies. The magazine would be rolled up in a Ziploc bag, and then we put it. We had to drive ride our bikes like a mile down the road to like this overpass bridge, and then we would get off our bikes and go down into the creek up on like we would stuff it up.
Oh, in the
and,
overpass. Yeah.
And then we get it out, open up, and look. Oh my god, boobs, butt, and stuff like that. And then roll it back up and put it back
She's
there.
got a tank top on.
Yeah.
Do you remember what road that was? That Doylestown Road?
Nah, it wasn't Doylestown.
Not the city, but the road. Because there's a Doylestown Road goes through Sterling.
I smell a scavenger hunt coming on.
Well, the only reason I'm saying
find
this
it.
because you said underneath the bridge, and it got
Yeah.
me thinking about Tyler. I got this,
Is that the bridge you drove off of?
yeah. Dude, I have this buddy, man, and he in like 1 year's time, he got in probably 3 or 4 accidents.
Difficult period of
Just
his
a
life.
just a wild asshole, dude, for this year. And he called me, and he usually doesn't call me this late unless it's a weekend. It was a weekday, and his parents live very close to Sterling.
Okay.
So him and his pops were working on something. He's got a farm. Calls me. It's like 10:30 at night, and I kind of hear him giggling, and I'm like,
Man, I found this fucking magazine. I'm
like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he's just laughing. He's like, oh, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, well. He's like, I'm in the creek. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so it's just 10:30 at night and you're just messing around in a creek?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know why you needed to call me. He's like, no, I'm in a creek. And I'm like, you're gonna have to elaborate here.
You getting baptized?
Yeah,
Or
what's going on here? And he's like,
Awfully late for a baptism.
I'm sitting in my truck in a creek. And I was like, oh.
That's an issue.
I'm like, how did that happen? And he's like, well, I'm like, how much have you had to drink? And he just giggled. And I was like, you don't need to tell me.
Was it like,
Oh yeah. And so I guess, man, he like wasn't paying attention and went off the road and ended up under this bridge in a creek in this GMC pickup truck. And I wonder,
he went underneath.
He went under.
How did you get off the road into the creek
somehow
and back
slid
in?
down there, and he was trying to drive to see if he could get out. And he said, "Dude, it's coming in the bottom of the truck." And I'm like, what do you mean to do, man? I'm like, can you get out? And he's like, there's no way to get out. I said, do you mean to call a crane and like, we'll do something? He's like, I'm under the bridge and my truck is off. And I'm like, how drunk are you? And he's like, pretty drunk. And I'm like,
Get a group of Amish to get some
up
horses.
yeah. I'm like, so dude, do you want us to come out there? And I remember calling Corey and I'm like, hey man, one of our buddies needs help. And it was late. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, Tyler's in a creek. And he's like, click.
yeah, this your problem,
dude. And so, dude, I called Tyler back, and I'm like, dude, I'll come out there, whatever it's gonna take to get you out of there. And he just giggled one more time, and he goes, I'll figure it out. Just hangs up.
Did he get out?
He did get out.
Did we put like fucking wood and
Do we
like?
know how he got out?
I do. So he
Don't
had,
leave me hanging.
Yeah,
on that.
no,
Jesus,
he had
finish
some
the story.
buddies that lived closer, and they were farmers. And I guess they brought some massive tractors.
That's the way to
and
do
just
it.
drug them up the
Yeah,
side
you need
of the
like
hill.
an excavator. Or like a
That's what they
truck.
did. But yeah, I wonder if that was the same bridge that you have your porno mag hidden under.
I'm gonna have to drive. It was
out there.
over. It was over by the Sterling School before, like before that got demolished. On that road that goes out towards this way. I think that was the road. I don't know.
A small scavenger hunt.
It is. If
That
somebody
would be wild if it was still there.
Geocaching with a porn mag.
Yeah, porno caching.
Whatever. So that, I mean, obviously, when you look at a porno mag, you do things.
Things happen.
Things happen. So
Something's happening.
yeah, when that happened to me, like I didn't know. I went through a phase in school too, where I hated blue jeans. I didn't want to wear blue jeans. I had to wear like
Sweatpants.
sweatpants, swishy
yeah.
pants, the khakis or something like that. Try and hide a boner in like sweat, like literally like hiding a boner in sweatpants or whatever the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason that's
Like you're trying to like flip it up, like books and everything.
Tree topping it.
The khaki swishy pants that I had when I would go piss and like I would shake and like it would be like the spray dots everywhere.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, I got made fun of for that.
Yeah, you can't. You have to have some fabric that doesn't like absorb moisture like that, and it changes colors. It's like saying like you get like ass sweat and you like stand up. It's like, oh, those aren't shorts you should wear during the summer.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I don't think a lot of people understand, and this would be, I could really get some hate for this one.
Go
But I
for
don't
it.
think, no, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't think I don't think people understand how much teenage boys go through, like
do you mean?
internally, through like puberty. Like that's like it's super fucked up being a teenage boy through puberty. Like
You're just trying to find things to rub on and
yeah, like I think we've forgotten how like just because we've gotten so far from being fucking monkeys doesn't mean that we're that far from being
not that
fucking
far.
monkeys.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
right
and I
around
think
the
people forget about that. Like, just because you have the knowledge now that you should be decent and do these things a certain way. Yeah, but do you understand what's happening inside my body right now?
like even like I miss that like magic of like first like touching a girl's hand for the first time, like feeling how like cold it was. Like it wasn't a corpse or anything. I was fucking feeling over the
Cold packet for first or what?
cold,
when I
cold
went-
and clammy.
when I went. Yeah, you know, the first time I went
like
to a morgue and I just pulled it. Oh
necrophilia.
my god! No, like just and then like being nervous. Like should we kiss? Should we not kiss? And then like the middle school dances when you're trying to hide the fucking
Said
rod
boner.
and you're just out like yeah. No, but I was so ashamed of that thing. Like now, look. I mean, I'm not going to tell my son this. Yeah, press that fucker up in the
Yeah, that's
third.
probably not the right
No.
route to go.
Consent.
You get it written down and
Yeah,
notarized.
No means no.
Exactly. There's a bit that. Yeah, never mind. I won't do other people's shit. What was I going to talk about? Paige, you're our age, aren't you?
I'm
Yeah, I mean,
30, might be a
depends.
little bit older.
I mean, just a couple.
36.
Okay, so the
He's
tail
not
end.
like 60.
I know. God,
Corey,
It seemed like you trimmed the beard up
I
a little.
trimmed the hell out of it.
So it
today,
looks like
dude.
you did.
Like
It
I
looks-
took
it's-
like a full beard off.
It's
today.
very it didn't hit me till just now, but it's kind of Keebler elfish. Doesn't that Keebler elf have the really pointy beard?
I was going for Satan, but
same difference. Imagine Satan on those little fudge cracker things.
You're too nice to be
the
safe.
Tim Curry Satan though in the movie Legend. So
I don't know if I know that one. No, it's very toned down.
well, I was
tell.
gonna go with the mustache, but that's coming soon.
No, just straight mustache.
Straight mustache.
Oof, that's.
Can you imagine me with a mustache?
I'm gonna get her to.
Sure.
I look. Yeah.
Honestly, you'd be one of those guys that you
I don't
could-
have a chin. Like this is why
what's
I have
what's your chin have to do with a mustache?
no, like it
The
just
how
beard
you-
for depth of the face.
yeah. Like I get it to. That's why I have a beard. You will never see me without a beard because, like, I'm really embarrassed about my chin. Like it just like starts and it just kind of flows back. Like when I'm old, it's just gonna like Hank Hill. I'm gonna look like him with.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could do though if you like trimmed it down. You could if you kept growing the mustache out and then got the handlebar thing going on.
Why? Like,
I'm just saying you could rock that.
God, you'd be so fucking cool, man.
I didn't say you'd be cool.
I could rock.
I just say you could rock it.
I could. Okay.
Your mustache is a fucking theme song.
Like, I had to go. I had to go buy my daughter clothes, and she needed, and I'm like, this isn't like, I'm not trying to be like pervy or anything. She needed new underwear.
Okay.
And
right. Everybody does.
yeah, exactly. And I went to the local Walmart, and I was just by myself, and it was like in the young girl section. I'm like, I didn't know, so I'm like picking like 8-year-old underwear up, and then just the
That's
nasty
uncomfortable.
looks that I got. Well, not looks, but I have like, there was I just got a nasty look, like like I'm not taking these like home to do it, like.
You
I
like,
just-
like making sure your left hand's up in the air with your ring, like your wedding ring. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm married, have kids.
See,
Doing this for my kids.
no, it just pisses me off. Like, I get how I look, even just guys in general. Like, guys can't do things. Yeah, let's stop.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Not like, I mean, there's single dads that have to do that shit, and I don't know. Just I don't like how men are perceived as creeps, and while we're just talking about hiding
Right.
a fucking porno mag in a.
Yeah, but at the same time, like that's what I mean, humans have done. Like that's what
Yeah.
kids do. Like I know it kind of goes back to, we have the discussion a lot of times of like, if you're not hurting somebody else, like I should be allowed to do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as I'm not negatively affecting somebody, you know, directly and hurting them. Like why? You know, we had the discussion with like, you know, the ayahuasca guy behind me. You know, and,
Oh, that's what that dude
yeah.
is.
So ayahuasca,
Thank you.
DMT, like, you know, we've had the drug discussion of like drugs, you know, should they really be illegal? Like, because if you're not, as long as you're not directly hurting anybody, like that doesn't count. Like, hey, I'm shooting up and passing out with my infants at home and no one's here to take care of them. That doesn't, you know what I mean? But like, there's a lot of stigmatizations and a lot of things that, you know, I think it's acceptable to hate on males because males have generally been the assholes throughout history. So it's like, oh, well, they've been assholes throughout the history, so it's okay to hate on all of them. Well, like,
Yeah.
we're not all assholes. Like,
No.
we're not all fucking idiots. Well, we're on the spectrum.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean? Like, I think I if that kind of, if that's kind of what you were.
you did a good job. Beautiful. No, it just I don't know. It just, I just wish that would change. My wife tells me that I look pissed off constantly. Like I look unapproachable, and like once you get to know me, I'm a pretty cool dude. Tony, Fred can attest to this. I'm scared of that dude. I don't like I I don't know what like I'm like
Is it because he looks like a gorilla and you just don't know if he's gonna like throw shit at you or like?
We'll give you a banana, one of the two.
Yeah.
but no, like I just completely profiled. I'm like, man, like both you guys are fit. I'm not the one that would fit in with like people who exercise a lot, but that's what I just assume.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, this dude clearly pumps like 450 on the bench or whatever. How much you bench? Yeah, 135. So,
You know, here's one for you. I'll
Okay.
give you a little tidbit here. You know why I look like this?
I don't know.
Because for the longest time, inside I was the most self-deprecating person you could ever meet. So it was, well, if I fix the outside, the inside will feel better.
I don't know what deprecate. What?
God damn, I'm trying to have a moment with you here, Miles. That was kind of the thought. I mean, that's
Okay.
that's kind of what it started was it. And this is just me being honest with myself. Is if I fix the outside, if I make the outside look real good, the inside will feel better.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. It was just easier for me to just be obnoxious and do off the wall shit, but then again, like when I lost weight, I don't know why I did it. Like I had these stupid reasons, like, oh, I want to tuck my shirt in without it, you know, having a huge gut. I wanted to tie my shoes and not be out of breath, and then it just like, I wish I had that now. Now I'm lazy. I don't want to do it. And that's it. That's why, like, but then I'm having like all these fucking health problems, And I'm thinking, well, no, I've had 2 health problems. And then I'm thinking, like, man, like I don't want to have a heart attack when I'm 40, and then boom, my kids are fucked. Like
that's why I do it now.
Yeah.
I don't do it to impress anybody. I mean, because I've been married for.
How long have you been married?
It's been 11 years.
Married for 11?
We've been together. I mean, we've been together since 06.
Wow.
So maybe it's 12 years now. I don't even feel bad because we both forget how long we've been.
We've been married for about 11
I don't
years
know.
now.
I'm trying to think. I forget my own birthday sometimes.
When is your birthday?
August.
You almost did forget it.
Yeah. No, there's times like I remember when I went to go get my license. There was a point that I was going to make to that.
Fuck, I fucked it up. Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh,
there we go.
I don't do it to impress anybody now because, like, obviously I've been happily, with the same person for, so long, this, that, whatever. I don't need to, like, be an alpha male out in the animal kingdom to find mates to get my, to promote my offspring anymore. But now I do it because I'm like,
you have a family to protect.
Yeah, fuck, I'm mid-30s. Now's when shit starts really sliding.
Yeah.
Like I better I'm just trying to stay
goes
alive. Yeah, I was like I better just stay alive. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in semi good shape, so if I just try to stay that way remotely. Usually like every couple years I'll get to a point where I gain like 10, 15 pounds of fat and I'm like, all right, I know if I start doing it now, like I'll catch it before it gets out of control.
Yeah.
And I just feel better. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I don't remember what it was now.
That's all right.
It's fine. But yeah, that's why I do it now. Just I'm like, fuck, I like this whole cardio thing. Apparently people say your heart's good for you.
Slightly important.
Yeah. Your heart's a pretty good, yeah.
It's a pretty important organ.
Yeah, that pump is something you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I do it now.
After we ended up meeting, then were you like, okay, feel more comfortable around me
Today or like
before?
6 years ago?
Or did we really not talk before?
No, I don't even remember. I was fucked up that day. We all were. No, like, when I met you that day, you were, I mean, I don't even remember the conversation or anything.
Yeah.
And then at like work functions or whatever, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, or Tony or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he told me after that the fact
Yeah.
that he was like, that dude fucking scares me.
But I don't like. Okay. Yeah, I don't know like why it was. I don't know. I mean, I'm cool with you now.
No,
like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I was going to say, I'm pretty laid back and pretty much friends with everyone, man.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's got something unique going on in their life or something fun to hear about.
Why'd you guys start doing a podcast together?
So we were doing music pretty regularly.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about with both you guys.
Yeah, I was like big into writing, and Fred was big into playing, and I can sing decent.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting Fred kind of singing some, and we both just got crazy busy. And I think something popped up, and he said something about Joe Rogan one time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, that dude seems like a pretentious dick," and I'm like. Maybe. I said, dude, have you listened to him? And he's like, well, no. And I said, dude, just give him a listen. I said, I think it'll surprise you. I said, yeah, he's got a lot of money. Yeah, he's famous. I said, but he asked some pretty interesting questions and has some cool people on. And then he listened to him, and I was like, what would you think about starting a podcast? And he was like, well, maybe. I was like, we've got all the equipment. And he's like, well, what are you thinking? And he's like, well, I don't know. It's cool to like meet different people, and I seem to know a lot of like interesting people, and we had this stuff, and we were like, we don't know anything about it, but let's give it a whirl, man. It seems to be something popular. We both enjoy conversations, the state of the nation, the way things were going with everyone judging everyone. We didn't really like that, and wanted to provide a forum for interesting people, or if you have an opinion, man, come on. Like I don't have to agree with you, but I'm willing to sit down and give it a listen to try and better understand who you are and where you're coming from, because the only way to accomplish what you were saying earlier about, kind of people not judging as much or people being more open to people is having this dialogue right here.
Yeah, like I recently deactivated my Facebook. I just could not. Like every time I turned on, I would scroll and scroll, and I would see just every I mean, just it was the political part of it.
Sure.
And like it wasn't enjoyable for me. I hated getting my news from there.
Yeah.
Like I've I've currently been off Facebook for 3 weeks now. Yeah. It just sounds like I mean it is a drug, man. Like
Yeah,
like
I
certain
agree.
things fire off, and you just have to do it, and you're just sitting there hours and hours, and like it's so nice now getting my news from the radio, the TV, and I mean then you got to go look and yeah. And then like well, then my wife like, did you hear Screech from Saved by the Bell died? I'm like, oh my God, I did not hear. Oh, no. It was the other way around. I'm like, fuck, man, Screech died. And she goes, that was 2 days ago? I go, well, I didn't know. But no, it's just nice getting news like how we used to, I guess. And then just the false information that people take for fact. And my dad, you could put any literature in front of him, fact.
Because someone wrote it down.
Yeah. This is from news.com, damn it. This is real. And I just feel bad for him. Like, he doesn't know any better. Poor guy. But no, just, I mean, I still have Instagram. That's kind of fun. But yeah, Facebook was just way too much.
I was off of Facebook for a long time.
It really feels like we're talking about like dope or heroin right now.
I mean, honestly, to some people,
Suck dick for Facebook?
yeah. That's not a drug.
So
You ever
for
suck
3 weeks
dick
off
for
of
weed?
I need it. I need it right now. Okay, guys.
Well, I was off it for a long time, and then we started doing this, and then I get a lot of like now I'm more plugged in than ever because we talk to a bunch of different kinds of people, like and do different things, and I want to stay up on the news and what's going on, and just honestly, just this past week, I've been weaning myself off over the past couple months.
You haven't been chasing the dragon anymore.
Yeah, but I did like I even like there's a lot of things like I don't have the Facebook app on my phone.
Yeah.
The Instagram is kind of like my thing.
Love it.
But like I took it off of like my shortcuts.
Okay.
Like so it's not just like anytime I open my phone, it's not just there.
You made it harder to get.
Yeah, well like that's when you realize like like I'm just pull up your phone for something. Check.
Yeah, you see a little blue.
Yeah,
little
then I just get pissed off because like these dumb motherfuckers.
You don't know any. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's just happier to just stay off it. I started listening to old Zach Bryan again the other day, and I was like, And I heard a podcast the other day, but it was just two comedians talking, and they were just doing this, and it was like, this is nice.
Just sit and listen to somebody. But like, I remember where I was when you told me that you were starting a podcast. I was over in Madison, Ohio, and I sent you a picture. I forget what the picture was, but it was it was Fred's Moving or something like that, or like a moving truck or something like that. I'm like, hey, you're doing big old things out there, and you're like, ironically enough, and then I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I'm jealous of this. I want to do this so bad in my life. Like, this is, yeah, and it's like this is so much fun for me. And like, I remember I was supposed to come bullshit with you guys like in November or something like that. It was a while ago.
Yeah, something came out. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, what came up is I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to be funny. It's not gonna like. Then I'm like, why do I have to be funny? Like, I just go and talk, and whatever comes up. But like, there was something that you guys were talking about, the Confucius quote, the life and the one
Two
or what,
lives, yeah.
yeah, and like like my head exploded when I like what you said, like kaboom, man, like. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I'm like, I started to get scared, and I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, and then I want to do this. I want to mix this in with owning a bar. That's what I want to do. And I mean, it's fun for me to go to a bar and
Bro, we buying Wolfies?
I am there once or twice a week. I love that place. So I've become a regular there. And then it's so funny you say. I was telling like there was a couple waitresses that are out in the back, go to the back patio.
Yeah, that's all. I was there on Wednesday.
What time?
He's like, I was there Wednesday.
Oh my God.
About 3:30.
You missed me. No. Oh no, I got there around 5 maybe.
Okay.
That's so crazy. Yeah. Tuesdays I go after work, and then I once or twice. Tuesdays or Friday. It depends when my wife works late. That's
True.
when I go. But no, man, I love that place. It's awesome. But yeah, I was telling him, like, I'm gonna be on a podcast next week. You guys need to check it out. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Do you know this guy? And like but you guys might have a couple more listeners that are
Well, yeah.
checking it out.
Fantastic.
All are welcome.
It's crazy you bring up Wolfies. Yeah, I fucking love it. I don't know why I love that place though.
Well, that's how kind of this thing started, because this room used to be, there was a wall basically right where we're sitting right
Was
now.
this a bedroom too?
No, this was
Okay.
just this used to be kind of like a downstairs like office that was just like old basement.
Okay.
So this used to be a room. Well, it used to be all open, and then I put a wall like right here, and we used to play music in here.
Okay.
Because that's Miles, I heard, is an incredible musician as well.
Yeah, fucking incredible.
That's right. But we used to play music, and then like we started doing, like, we had the equipment for the musical stuff, and then we talked about doing a bunch of different things. And then last year the COVID thing happened.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what? Like, he'd been harping on me to play music, and that's why I picked up my guitar again. And then he was been saying something about a podcast, and talked to the wife about doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
And finally it was just like, well, fuck it, we got this time.
I have a third one coming up. You haven't subscribed to it yet, but you will. Over
Yeah,
time.
maybe. But I was like, over time, like, you know, all right, let's fucking, let's
do it.
Let's do a podcast. Because we just sit down, like, we would sit down here for hours and play music and
Yeah, we'd
record a
just
bunch of
play,
shit.
We'd drink. We'd
Yeah,
laugh.
and it was like, well, let's fucking record, like, start recording that, and we did. And then here
This
we are.
happened.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, here we are.
I just would. I don't know how. I told you about an idea that I had. Like, I just want to put a camera in my car because
Yeah,
I catch
that'd
myself
be-
talking to myself constantly, and then I'm like, it just. Nobody should be on the road driving when I'm driving. I fucking hate. Just like I
Are
can't
you just that
stand-
bad of a driver, or?
No, I mean, I drive the speed limit. I go 5 miles over. That's it. But like, if you're not doing 75 and a fucking 60, and then just the person that's right here, like, this is why I wish, like, I just slam the brakes, they hit, we get out, we beat each other's heads in. Whoever wins, and then you go on. But
And you stop before the other person, like, has to go to the hospital.
I would be the one that's, I would think I could beat people up, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm cool with that as long as you don't kick my ass hard enough that an ambulance has to scrape me off of the road. Like, allow me just
or
enough dignity to
Sue
get
me
back.
and take everything.
Yeah, allow me
You
just
ain't gonna
enough
get shit from me.
dignity to get back in my car and drive away and get home. My wife's like, "What the fuck happened to you?" Like, well, you know, I got in a little tussle and I got my ass whooped, and that's it. We're good. End of story. You keep your house, I keep mine. Like, nobody gets sued. Like,
I was, when we're talking about like the first time you had like a heartbreak breakup or whatever, I pretended to beat myself up. Like, oh man, I got in a fight, and then like I have like a stretched out collar and all this stuff, and like I
Jim
would
Carrey and Lyle. I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
and then I don't know, like I always wanted to guilt girls into going back out with me. That was my thing. Like I'm so depressed, I'm lonely now. Like this is why I love my wife so much, is because we're like honest with each other and we talk, and like if something's bothering us, we talk about it.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, communication piece.
Oh my god! Like, but like in the that's why nothing worked out in my past, because I just wouldn't talk ever.
Right.
And I would, like, if something was bothering me, I would just bottle it up and like, yeah, whatever, just go away. And then it's something stupid like you won't like rinse out your bowl after you eat cereal. Like, you dumb fucking bitch. Why don't you, like, this is why I cannot stand you. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, you bottle that shit up. But yeah, we'll talk about the small shit that'll bother us, and then no, it's awesome. And then I knew she was the one when I wouldn't show naked pictures of her to my friends. Like that was
You had a modicum of respect for her.
yeah. I'm like, God damn, this is nice. I'm not gonna put this one in rotation.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna-
keep this one.
put this one in the
for
locked
me.
file.
Yeah. No, I joke around with her about that. Well, are you married?
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
Engaged?
Ish.
Ish.
We'll
Okay.
leave it ambiguous. How about that?
Ambiguous.
When you
He's got a lot of people that listen to this.
Understood.
Not those kind of people. I mean, people that.
Well, I don't know where the fuck you're going. I'm just going to say
I
understood.
wanted to say patience, but I feel like that was a little too strong.
I'll
of a
say
word.
this, man. I try and keep like the personal stuff very quiet because I'm the director of the jail, and just because of my patient population. So
Gotcha. Okay.
Whereas I don't, because
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about me at all. So, when you proposed to your wife, like, where were you at? What, like, okay.
No, I didn't know. Like, I felt like you were going to say something else.
no,
Yeah, no. So what? I mean, just roughly, I for whatever reason, I knew that she would like want to go on a hike that day.
Okay.
I just kind of felt like it. So I was like, hey, like, what do you want to do today? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, well, it's really nice. She was like, well, fuck. And I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to propose at a certain spot in this park that we had hiked at before. So I was like, man, it's a really nice day. She's like, oh, do you want to go on a hike? Because I always turn her down on it because I don't want to fucking go hiking. Because that's what I worked outside. Like I was always hiking and doing man shit. So I was like, no, I don't. Why do I want to fucking hike on my day off? Mm-hmm. But I basically got her to convince herself that she convinced me.
You tricky little guy.
To go on a hike. And then so that's where we did it.
Yeah, I was at Kalahari when I proposed to my wife. Like I had it all planned out. The thing that pisses me off that I found out later on is, she loves old antique things, and her grandma, great grandma or grandma, I don't know. Her mom got to me and said, "Hey, Patty really loves this ring, but it was missing like a diamond and rubies and shit on it, or whatever the hell goes into a fucking ring. I don't know."
Cubic zirconium.
Yeah, the $3 fucking little plastic thing.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it anyways?
Exactly.
Scratch a window out and break into it like a robber?
Exactly, with a file and a jail cell or whatever.
Yeah, no.
So she goes, Patty really likes this ring. If you want to pay for it to have it redone or finished or whatever, you can use it to propose to her. And I did the whole thing. I asked her dad. And like, it wasn't like some big speech that he gave me or anything. He was like, well, do you love her? And I go, yeah. He goes, all right. And that was it. That was the big.
That's what I got from my father-in-law. He was sitting on a recliner. He's like, yep, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I think he was like trying not to cry.
Really?
He was just kind of like, he's like had a book and he was like, yep, that's fine with me. And just continued flipping through the book. But I'm pretty sure he was crying.
Dude,
I think that's
what would Les be reading?
It was some hunting
book?
magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's
a
what I
hunting
figured.
magazine or something like that.
I forgot. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. Okay.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he always came off as
It's
real
not-
hard
not-
ass.
Not the Great Gatsby or anything.
No, he was probably looking at some hunting magazine while
Yeah.
watching a hunting show on the TV, and he was like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Sorry, leave me alone.
While he's over there crying.
Less crying. Huh.
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah. Anyways, so I was texting this to my mother-in-law, and I found out later that Patty stole her phone and completely just knew everything that was going to happen, but she pretended that she didn't know.
Ruined.
We went to Kalahari. We got the room, and I remember getting into the room, and like it's just the story of our like lives and relationships. It's all like something is wrong on big events. Or important, like something, but whatever. We got in the room, and what was wrong is like the high winds up in Sandusky, and it was like 30 or 40 mile-an-hour winds. So like in the background, like you just hear the whole time from the window. Like, just fucking, I just want quiet, please. And I go to the bathroom, and I take the ring out, and like I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, I had all this shit planned, what I wanted to say, everything. I wrote it down, but like the moment when I had it, and I clammed up, and like I'm like, what the fuck do I say? What's going on? And I went, fuck it, I'm gonna wing it. And then I go out and I go, hey, come here, I got something to say to you. And she goes, all right. And she thought I was putting deodorant on or washing my hands. I mean, what you do in a bathroom. Jacking off or something. I don't know. Before I gotta get money sign.
Yeah.
Damn it! I gotta get this one
Twisting
nut out of
it.
here before I do this. No, I get out there and I grab the wrong hand and I go, hey, you mean the world to me? And she goes, wrong hand, wrong hand, wrong hand. And then,
Oh no!
yeah. And then
God damn it, Patty!
yeah, fucker. And then, so then I got the right one and then put it on there.
He's got to pretend like he's.
Yeah, wrong hand, wrong. Yeah,
That's awesome.
but
No, you should be like, no. This is where traditional Miles would have came in and be like, no, this is just a promise ring.
Yeah.
You're like, what? No, you think I'm proposing to you?
But yeah,
no, why would I do that?
She knew the whole thing, like what I was gonna do, how I was gonna do it, but she didn't tell me that night. We spent $300 at the swim up bar, but we never left the swim up bar. We were there for a couple hours. One of us had to have pissed in the pool. Had to have.
No, absolutely.
And just like, and there's seats in there, and like, it's just like, I was just thinking in my head, like, it's a freaking piss orgy down here.
Wait, I love that you said one of us. So you don't remember if you did or not?
Bro, you spent $300.
Clearly, I pissed in the pool. Yeah.
I've been to those places where it's like 50 people in
Yeah.
a pool, and you're like, look
Nobody's
around after
leaving.
like 4 hours, you're like,
Nobody's leaving.
yeah, don't go underwater.
We met this one
Once
guy.
again, R. Kelly video.
Yeah, exactly. He would love it up there.
He would love
I'm
it.
fighting for my life, or whatever he was saying. I'm not even going to say poor guy. He's a fucking creep. Dude.
No, he's a
Fuck
fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking creep.
You said you met this one guy?
Dallas. I don't know. I felt like Forrest. There was Phoenix from Alabama. There
Dude,
was,
hold on. Did he give you his last name?
no, he was.
Was he in the military?
He looked kind of Latino.
Okay, probably.
Dark hair.
Probably not the Dallas I know.
He was chubby.
No,
okay.
different Dallas.
Okay.
This guy was a explosive ordnance disposal.
Okay, yeah, no, this dude was, yeah,
He was an explosive ordinance.
he was fucking, he was just every person that came out. Well, not every person, but he goes, "Hey, man, what's your name, buddy?" Well, he wasn't like a DJ guy. Hey, what's your name going on? Yeah, coming at you. But
Okay, good radio voice.
oh, thank you.
Or good like 80s radio voice.
Yeah, just the cheesy stuff. That's what. So like, just say the one dude's name's Kyle or something. I don't know. And like he would scream, "Everybody, Kyle's to the stage!" And like then he would go out and he would run and cannonball into the pool. And me and Patty were fucking loving it, and because we were just seeing people like getting really, really mad, and we weren't getting mad, but he didn't know anybody in that pool. And then like I would get buckets of Bud Light. And like I would give him a couple and just get him more shit faced, and then he kept bragging about his phone that took a video underwater, and like check it out, and then like he was doing, and like he was videotaping my wife's ass underwater,
Right.
my fiance's ass underwater. It doesn't bother me. I mean, whatever. If you're gonna,
Yeah, what are you going to do with an underwater video of some random
I know what I would do with an underwater video. So I'm like, yo, like this dude's like videotaping your snatch and everything, and then she got really, like, I'm getting out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. But we ended up staying. But like his, I don't know if his wife, girlfriend, whatever, was getting really pissed off at him because he was being loud and
right.
crazy.
She was getting embarrassed by him.
Probably.
That's what it was.
I don't, like, whatever situation I'm in, I just don't want to be worse than the worst person there.
Right.
As long as I'm like a step above that.
It's like getting chased by a bear. You just don't want to be the slowest person. It doesn't matter how slow you are, as long as you're not the slowest person.
So if a bear was chasing all three of us, who would be screwed?
I don't know.
Are you guys really fucking thinking about it?
Well, the reason I'm thinking about it is because I don't know if did you ever hear about the guys on that Meat Eater show that they got attacked by a bear?
Huh.
So I think there was like 6 of them, and they were all kind of in a circle.
Yeah.
And dude, they all took off. And when they took off, the bear didn't know where to go. Dude, it did, man. And like the one dude had what are those, like kind of like the hiking poles? And dude,
like a spike or some
just
shit.
smacked this thing on the head, which was dude,
pow!
it's not going to do anything.
Unless
to
you
it.
get it like in the eye or
Nah,
like the
dude, it's not
jugular.
gonna do anything to it. Dude, smacked it and spun off. Dude, one guy ended up on the bear's back. Dude, it's on Rogan. Rides this bear like halfway down the mountain, dude. I'm not making this shit up, dude. It's on Rogan. It's super craziest fucking story, man. And everyone just like, everybody's spinning off. They're like, oh shit, just Matrix bear coming at him. Dude, the bear didn't know what to do. Guys riding this bear halfway down the mountain. And dude, they said the worst part of the whole damn thing was though, after the bear went into the brush, they said, dude, basically you could see maybe like 3 to 5 feet in front of you. It was so dense. And they said they would hear it charging
Hell no.
They didn't know where it was charging.
Hell
from.
no.
Didn't know where it was charging from. It did it like three or four more times, but they got out of it. But dude, I don't know, man. Like who, bear's coming. Who's to say what the hell is going to happen, man?
Yeah, that's only if we're running in a straight line.
Yeah,
who's to
Because
say
if we
what's gonna
don't,
happen?
who's the bear's coming
I
after?
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you guys can make it past 15 feet, you're in good shape. So, yeah, I get pretty winded after that.
So you can run the opposite way.
I don't
And
know, though,
hopefully
man.
it changes.
I always have these delusions of grandeur of fighting
absolutely.
an animal, though.
I think
A
everybody.
bear, though? No. After seeing The Revenant, though, fuck that. Like a pack of coyotes, 5 of them,
I could fuck with coyotes.
bring them my
yeah.
way. Wolves, probably not so
No,
much.
wolves
A
are
bear, no way in hell.
Hyena, I couldn't
I
fuck with a
no, I
hyena.
don't want to do nothing.
We're really going here. Okay.
We're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
we're here right now.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing
we're
this.
here. I don't know.
We're at
I
the
guess-
doorstep.
Yeah.
We opened it.
Come in.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
I honestly don't know. I think it depends on my surroundings. I think I might take my chances with a bear rather than 5 wolves.
Oh, 5.
I would choose neither.
Yeah, but wolves are.
say.
I mean, they're faster. They're more agile,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's more of them that can surround you. Whereas a bear, I might be able to get myself maybe into a situation that kind of blocks them up a little bit.
I'm terrified of bears. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
won't
dude,
go in.
They're fast. They
They-
climb.
they are fast,
They're
and
mean. Like, dude, the example that was given to me was basically it was 2 or 3 Carhartt coats, and that's how thick their skin is.
Oh yeah, it's probably even stronger. But yeah, I mean, wolves are really good at taking animals down that are much bigger than them.
I never realized how big a wolf is.
It's big.
Yeah, like a
Huge.
natural,
Yeah, like a
fucking-
legit. And
Yeah,
then, a werewolf.
They're
Yeah.
like mid 100. Like people think, oh, like 150 pounds, like that's not that big. But
That's massive
when you're talking about a 150 pound,
of muscle.
like, and people think, oh, well, I had like a 100-pound dog. Like that's a 150 pound dog. Like, yeah, it's a big dog, but like,
Yeah.
it's just a dog. These are fucking wolves. Like, they're not dogs.
hood ass wolves. That's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, these are animals that not only are they 150 pounds, but guess what? They're not used to being fed by humans. They're used to feeding themselves.
They don't like the. Come here.
Yeah, no, they're predators.
So hold on, going back to the bear. Why you're terrified of the bear?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
and this is no shit. Like, I won't, if we're at the zoo, I won't go to the bear exhibit. Like,
Really?
I'm just scared of them. Like, I
Just like all bears, polar bears, black bears, brown bears,
Just- yeah.
grizzly bears, all the bears.
shrimp soup, shrimp.
Koala bears.
Yeah, koala bears.
Don't,
Dude,
yeah.
I've heard those fuckers are not nice either.
Well,
Would you rather fight a koala bear or a grizzly bear?
I mean, a koala bear, but I
Koala
don't.
bear is going to be fucking stoned the whole time.
yeah,
The
those eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah, but I heard koala bears can get really fucking, and they have
Well,
claws. Like
I
their
think,
claws
yeah,
are real.
the
fucking,
problem with the koalas, I think, is the bacteria that they carry on their claws. Like, I think if one of those things opens up a wound, you're done, son.
slow
death.
unless you get
Slow death.
right to the ER or whatever.
No,
But that's the
I-
thing. Most places that have koala, not even that. Not even with like a good antibiotic.
I don't know, bro. You could just be done.
Amoxicillin or whatever.
That's not
Ain't
good.
gonna do it.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
So why won't you go into the bears?
I automatically think that I'm.
Are you coming? No, you're not
We're
coming
talking
down?
about koala bears.
I'm gonna see how it's going. I'm sitting here and
Oh, it's going great.
It's like the hand that's just kind of slowly.
Yeah,
my chair's not there.
yeah, it's right there. She's usually the one that runs everything.
Okay.
I have a chicken breast in my hands.
I mean, that's fine. You can eat your chicken breast down here. Old Castle. This is Miles, Cassie.
Hello.
my wife.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, she's been running my stuff for the last couple weeks. So we got obviously like this hasn't always the studio hasn't always been like this. We'll get back on the Bears.
Okay.
But the studio hasn't always been like this. Usually it was like a camera, and like that's why you always saw that wall
Okay.
because the camera was over there and it was just one shot. Oh yeah, you can have the mouse back. Here you go.
Miles, what about a red panda? It looks like a raccoon, but it's a panda.
Raccoons are smart as fuck.
Okay. So, no, I feel really rude.
No, you're fine. No, because
good.
yeah, no, yeah.
Just pretend like I'm not even here. Okay. So it's more of just like grizzly bears, black bear, like big bears that I'm afraid of.
Just bears or any animal that's bigger than you. Because some people have that thing where they're like any animal that's bigger than them, they're like get anxious. Which I can understand that because
Like,
that's like
I won't like I'll avoid the bear exhibit
Right.
Like I won't avoid like the tiger exhibit or the lion exhibit. Like
Those
just
are scarier.
I don't know, just how I am. Like nothing happened to me. Like when I was a kid, like my dad didn't dress up like Winnie the Pooh and fucking throw me off around everywhere or something.
That'd be terrible. Winnie the Pooh is so nice.
I don't know. I was trying to think of a bear character. What's that? Hey, Boo Boo, the picnic basket. Who's that guy?
Oh,
Yogi Bear.
Yogi.
Yeah,
I was thinking more like
Baloo?
Not Pat. Oh, Baloo. Oh, I love Baloo.
Never heard.
Jungle Book. The original Jungle Book.
Bare
Necessities.
necessities.
Well, bear can rest at ease. Forget about you.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude. It's a great movie.
Thank
the
you for-
original.
Thank you for not doing what 99% of people do. You've never seen Jungle Book?
Oh, well, I realize there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen either.
No, it just like the person will repeat. I've never seen Jungle Book. Oh my god, you've never seen Jungle Book? I said it a second ago.
Yeah.
Thank you for
That's a good one.
confirming
If you
it.
can find the original Jungle Book,
My daughter
it's fantastic.
watched it on repeat. Is it repeat or repeat?
Oh, we're gonna get in the way we pronounce words now.
I heard, Tony, you're good at pronouncing things. Or like big words or something.
Who said that?
Him?
I mean, no, you say big words all the time.
Yeah.
Lies.
What I use the word irreverence.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm like,
In
what
a
the fuck? Does that
conversation, he's
even-
like, I don't.
Yeah.
He's like anything more than 3 syllables. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm fucked. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like. Did you use it twice? No, it was irreverence and then something else that sounded like
Irreverent.
reverent. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck do these things mean? No, thank God for Google, man.
No, I think. Did you look it up?
I did, I really
would say
did.
I feel like you're very irreverent.
I don't.
You can make humor out of things that necessarily shouldn't be made humor out of.
Okay. Thank you. Explain it to me like but that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Like. I did tell you that I specifically bought socks for today.
Right.
Yeah,
You're still
they're
not
nice.
wearing. Yeah, I told him he'd leave
beautiful.
his shoes on, but he's like, no. He's like, I'm like, unless you. He left them on. Then I go, unless you want to take them off. He was like, oh yeah. He's like, I bought socks.
I'm
I was like, oh, just for today? He's like, yeah, just for today. I'm like, okay, that's
no
fine.
shit. This whole outfit I bought for today.
Oh, well, you look great. You know, I'll tell you what I did. I did do you one solid favor because I know you said you were a little nervous. I didn't turn the lights on. No, so usually we have.
Turn them fuckers on.
Like,
Let's do it.
You know, you can really. Yeah, that's why I didn't want you to feel too much.
You can
like,
really see your titty line with the
Well,
lights
yeah,
on.
I know you said you were concerned about it. So.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this would actually take that out
My
because
titty line?
it takes shadows out. So, like, if you wear like a baseball hat and you have a light coming right at you, it takes all the shadows out underneath. So, you want me to turn the light back on?
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
I
roll
can
with it. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
I feel better now.
Yeah.
I feel better.
You look good. you can turn that one on too, just to give them the full effect.
Oh, I'll fucking eclipse that one right here.
No, it's angled properly. It's all the way on the left side. There you go. Boom. Oh, Jesus, that's bright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's considerably brighter than that one.
Man, it's probably turned up a little bit.
Okay, yeah,
fine.
three beers in. We're
We're good. Solid.
yeah, things are getting.
So we
good
don't
now.
know why the bears scare you.
Yeah. There was nothing happened to me as a kid. There was. I don't know why they scare me, but they just do.
Is it like the furriness of it?
Uh,
Because like cats aren't as like a tiger isn't as like fluffy.
when the claws freak me the fuck out. But then lions have claws.
Yeah,
like,
but you can't see them because they're retractable or retracted.
and like their movements of their body freak me out too. Like it looks like I don't know, not that they're getting electrocuted, but it's like really sharp and quick. Like their hide, fur, whatever the fuck it's called. That freaks me out too.
And you were making fun of me for having tryptophobia.
Can tryptofucking phobia kill you? Like can it?
Maybe if it's paralyzing.
Yeah, paralyzing.
And then there's a bear there.
Yeah, exactly.
The bear
Comes
kills
right
me.
out of the hole.
Would you?
Touche.
So
Touche.
would you rather wrestle a bear or a thing of holes that are not geometrically shaped?
Depends on how drunk Fred gets.
It depends on how big the non-symmetrical geometric shapes are.
Okay, I'll have to look those words up too.
We'll take show notes.
Kaz has got it up
Stop it! You're being. And I can see it over here. Yeah, because
What-
I pulled the monitor over here.
What's
Throw
she
it,
doing?
yeah, drag it over to the screen so you can see it.
What is it? A bear?
Oh, good.
No,
Ah,
no,
fuck.
but the whole screen, babe, not the picture. The tab.
That one specifically.
This is like your fourth time.
I like that picture specifically.
Well, then open it up.
How many times have you looked at it?
I just like that one because it's super gross.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so
like a pomegranate's kind of creepy.
the hand, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, see, that's how I don't know what that is. I feel like that's like fake. I think they're superimposing that image.
Dude, every time I hear the word superimposed, all I can think of is Adam Sandler and the goat.
The goat.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh no, I don't know that one.
You don't remember that one?
Trump's face.
I know the Trump's. Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking hasn't Trump been through enough? I mean, maybe not, but yeah, that shit's creepy.
When it's on a person, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
So that feeling is how I get sometimes with like. So I think the easiest example I can give is mushrooms. The undercap of a really
Oh, okay.
like like an actual mushroom.
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
know.
The undercap of like a really I don't know what they're called. Like that's
Oh, the
kinda-
fan.
Yeah, the
thing?
fans.
Yeah.
Like that's creepy. Like for whatever reason it is, it's just like these contrasting images so close, but they're not. And maybe it's more of my brain's very like engineering and math, and like if like things aren't like.
Are you
it
the type
creeps
of,
me out?
Do you flip the light on 3 times when you leave a
No,
room? And
I'm not quite that bad. No,
Okay.
but like I can see things like if a picture is like crooked, like my Bill Murray guy over here, he often kind of shifts.
Okay.
And if I catch things out of the corner of my eye, and like if I look at it, I go, oh, fuck, that's crooked.
It like that shit doesn't bother me. But I was talking about the knocking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't, or was it OCD? No,
yeah,
OCD.
obsessive compulsive
Yeah.
disorder. That's one attribute that is sometimes people have, right? Yeah.
No, I catch myself doing things in 3, and I don't get it. I won't turn the light on, off, on, off, on. But like when I lock the door, I go chick, chick, chick like that, like and like my car door. I don't know whether doors that I guess you lock doors, but no, it'll be like 3 or like those are the only things I do though.
So I do something different.
Okay.
It's similar. I feel like it's connected, but when I put things in the microwave, it's not 2 minutes. It's not 1:45. It's not 1:50. I'll be like, or like 30 seconds or like 45 seconds. It's 37 seconds.
Okay, it's got to be in increments of 5 and like 5s for me.
Yeah, see, I'm the complete opposite. I can't do it. Like, I can't just put something in the microwave for 30 seconds or a minute. It's like 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, but like when I set my
Don't know why.
when I set my alarm, it'll have to be in an odd number. Like it can't be at 5:30. It's got to be at 5:33.
Oh, see, when I set my alarm, it's at 5:30.
I feel like it's gonna wake me up more if it's at an odd number.
Because you're like, well, 5:32. What the fuck does that mean? Oh shit, that's not a bad idea.
You ever had that like time where you wake up and you think you have to go to work, but it's like a weekend or something?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
No shit. Like my wife drove all the way to work. Oh no. She woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning. I think it was. I think is what. Who cares? She woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning and she drove all the way to work. And then when she got there, she realized it was morning time, and then turned around and drove all the way back. At least that's what she told me.
I've done that before, but it has been a long time. I think I've gotten the schedule now because I've been like working at the same place, or whatever. But I did do that. I remember there was a company that every once in a while I worked like second shift, and then I'd work third shift, and then you work first shift, and then it's like you wake up on a Saturday, and it's like I'm supposed to be, typically during the week I'm supposed to be like 9 o'clock, whatever, and it's like you wake up and it's like 10 o'clock. Holy fuck, shit! You like jump out, you're like driving halfway down the road, and it's like, wait a minute, this isn't the radio show that's usually on.
Yeah.
When I'm this time. Oh fuck, it's a Saturday. Whoops.
I was on when I just got out of high school. I was working second shift at a paper factory, and we just made magazines and newspapers and shit.
Right.
Yeah, what we made Lego sets and
With bad
with
paper.
paper. Yeah, what the fuck else are you gonna make at a fucking paper factory? We made deep sea fishing equipment.
Yeah. As long as it wasn't wide ruled fucking notebooks, because those are horse shit.
But my family,
Make it college ruled.
My-
You sons of bitches. I'm
my
not
family always
3.
wanted the hookup on like newspaper. Yeah, like yo, hey, I got a newspaper, dude. That yeah,
He can get you your 50-cent newspaper
yeah.
for 45.
I can get the Akron Beacon for you for on the low. But no, like I would go, like I would find I was on second shift for a while, then I went to third shift. But like, like I always killed time in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I would just like I had like an epiphany when I was in the bathroom. Like I need to get out of here. Like I would just be in the stall and just sitting there, just wasting time, and like these grown men beside me just ripping ass and like shitting and like you hear the noises. Like this is really where I gotta go to get away from all this stuff.
This
out
is
there.
my getting away.
Yeah. You start crying, and I really didn't cry, but like, yeah, I don't like that was my safe spot, I guess.
there.
Yeah,
I had a
just go ahead.
I had a place I used to work. I did that where it was right when like phones were able to get online.
Okay.
right,
You have
yeah.
a BlackBerry
It was a BlackBerry.
that with the ball that kept fucking up
Yup.
all the time. Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And I found a I'm loving I'm having this conversation right now because I don't think I've ever told anybody this.
I'm special.
No, I mean it's not a great story.
It will be.
So like I had my BlackBerry rolling my ball, and it was I found it.
There we go.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found a website that it was a you could play like a it was kind of like a game that was kind of like a role playing game that like you went to war with other clans, but
Okay.
it was like old school. It wasn't like the Clash of the Clans shit that people
that's what I was
have now,
thinking,
or
yeah.
like it was like all HTML, like it was all web browser stuff, where
Mm-hmm.
it was all like numbers and shit, and it was like old school stuff. But it was like Atari on the web on the internet,
Okay.
So but like it was advanced because I was doing it on my phone. And,
I can take this anywhere.
yeah, in a sense.
Yeah.
But at one point in this job that I had this, I kind of moved around between different departments because that was just the job I had. I moved around different departments and I had specific bosses.
Okay.
And this boss, like, he never had anything for me to do. He was always just like, don't get caught by the office people.
Yeah.
Like, just whatever you're doing, like, just don't get caught doing nothing. And I'm like, well, I want to learn. Like, I
Yeah.
want to do something. He's like, no, I don't have anything for you. Just go hide somewhere. So I was like, okay.
You go in the bathroom?
So I would hide in the bathroom. And I'm like, fuck, I got this. I found
Smart.
this game. So I'm just like hanging out. Like, and then years later, I end up getting in trouble because this dude was like, yeah, he never fucking did anything.
The guy that told you to go to the bathroom?
Whenever I
Right.
wanted him, like, and I had a radio on me. So anytime he'd be like, hey, like, he'd be like, hey, Fred, where you at? I'm like, oh, coming. Like, where do you want
Yeah.
me to meet you? He's like, he never did anything. He's always like, I never knew where he was. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You're the one that, like, every single time I came to you, you were like, yeah, I don't
Dude,
have any work
yeah.
for you. Like, what the fuck? Like, but I had a lot of good times with my BlackBerry and my rollerball playing my website game in the toilet.
I hated that rollerball. Like it never like
Because you get junks caught
yeah,
in
and the
it, it'll get
cursor
stuck.
like I'm going up, but it would just go like angle and it wouldn't. And then like
These
if
kids
you-
these days with their touchscreens, they don't know the fucking struggles.
like if you press it harder, like I don't know if that and then
It
you
would click.
and then you open something else up. But when I took it back to I had Altel. I don't even know if they're a phone company anymore. Altel Wireless. I don't know, probably Verizon now, but no, my phone was with Altel, and I would take it back, and they showed me how to take the ball out.
That
And
sounds
then-
dangerous.
Well, they would hit it with the compressed air and take one for themselves, and then hit it.
Whippets, bro.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. But then they put it back in. I'm like, oh fuck, I can do that. And then I took it out and like I hit it with the air and the fucking ball I went flying. And then
It got even more dusty than when it was.
so then I would have to take toothpicks because like on the inside there was rollers, and then like I would have to move the cursor around with toothpicks to to try to yeah. And then do you remember pagers at all? I think it was like at the tail end of our.
I remember them. I never had one. My mom had one. Because she worked with the elderly.
Okay.
So like she wasn't like a nurse, but she worked like around like nursing homes and stuff. So like every once in a while, like I remember pagers, but
Well, here's the story. My I don't know which sister it was, but my one sister was dating somebody at the time. I don't know who it was, but he had a pager. And
He's a drug dealer. That's what you're saying. If he
might have been.
if he wasn't a medical professional, I feel like he had to be a drug dealer.
probably. But I was at my sister's apartment. I think I was probably 11 or 12. They're 10 years older than me. So 22. Yeah, whatever. It seems about right. And it was the pager was on a glass table, and it went boop, boop. It went off.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah. Boop, like that. Yeah. What's up, puppy? And this is before like I knew what like my body does in that area.
Before puberty.
Before
right?
puberty.
I
Yeah, that's
gotcha.
the word I was looking
We
for.
we went through this.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm going to tell this story. It's not gross, but
No, yeah. I mean, go. Yeah.
questionable. I don't know. So, anyways, like
If it's real bad, I can cut it out after. It's fine.
no, it's not real bad. It
Oh,
just,
you're good.
Yeah. So yeah, it went off, and then one of my sister's boyfriend friend says, "Oh, he loves it when it goes off in his lap," and I didn't know what that like the boom,
Oh,
like
right.
yeah. I'm like, what does that mean? And that stuck out
It's
from
the good vibration.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
it
I
was
see.
some good fucking vibrations.
I
that
see
happened.
where this is going.
Yeah. So I am trying to find things that buzz in my house
Naturally.
as a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And like, so then I have this.
Once again, kids with smartphones these days don't know how
yeah,
good they
the
got it.
fuck- yeah.
They're just
And-
fucking calling each other all day long.
It was like a goddamn quest. Like something vibrates in here. I just don't know where it's at. So then like I had this genius idea of like talking like I was out doing like yard work or something, and like I went inside and like, oh my god, mom, my fucking I didn't say fucking back. Yeah, my fucking back. No, my back hurts. Can you get me a back massage? So like I had to save up my money, and we went to Target, and I got a back massager.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was playing the long con on this. Yeah. So then
yeah.
like it was like about 6 inches, 7 inches, and it looked like a ladybug.
what she said.
Yeah, she did say it. It's a half a foot. Okay, it's not 6 inches. Doesn't that sound way better? What are you packing? Half a foot?
You know, it
6
does
and
sound-
one, half dozen.
I
in
never
it.
thought about that.
Yeah, half a foot.
Half a foot.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh Jesus.
Fuck. God, he's average. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much more appealing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, I get my little ladybug back massager. It had like the two balls on it that go like that. And then like I'm
fucking
just
did it. I fucking got
I
one.
did it. I did it.
Got one.
And then I remember whatever. I'm an adult now. My mom she's like, "Do you want to go to the grocery store with me?" And she always went to the local place here, Hawkins.
Oh.
Yeah, she always went like as a kid.
Okay.
When I was a kid, and I'm like, I'm staying in. And
No, I'm
yeah,
just kind of tired.
I'm
Mom.
tired.
just
My
gonna watch
fucking back's killing
some
me.
TV.
Thank you. And like we had a long driveway. It looked to be like a quarter-mile long. And like I closed every fucking blind in that house. I was putting towels under the door so like they couldn't see my little feet like jump.
Yeah, locking them, make sure everything.
Yeah.
You're triple locking
Dude,
the
it was-
doors.
What was the one thing that happened at the Capitol? Like those people that went to the Capitol this year could not get in my fucking house. Yeah.
Well, it's because they weren't let in.
Yeah. There you go. Come on in. So she left.
Pelosi's office is this way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, my Pelosi office was downstairs, and like, so like I'm like, all right. So he said he likes it when he's sitting down. So like, I just sat down on concrete, and I turned it on and just placed it on my lap, and it's going like it looked like when you catch a bluegill and you put it on a dock. It's like doing that. Like it's bouncing everywhere. So it's like dunk, 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 and it's killing my bag really bad. So I'm like, okay, this is not feeling good at all.
Yeah.
So like
That didn't work.
like I wore tighty whities at the time.
Who didn't?
Yeah, exactly. With the little yeah. I hated changing in gym. Like going in there because like the I don't know, like rubbed in position and like the tip of it would come out sometimes and you had to hide it.
right.
Or then I wore boxers with the holes in the front with no button.
That's terrible. You gotta
Yeah.
have the button.
I
I just
did.
Mom, I need the goddamn button.
But they were too tight, so it looked like sausage casings like on my thighs.
Everything's popping out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no good.
So like I put it in my underwear, and
Wait,
the
vi-
back massage,
the-
not the vibrator, the back
mass-
massager.
oh, they're like the pulsating.
ladybug.
Yeah, the ladybug.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
So like, no, I found out it wasn't like I didn't place the division. Like I just turned it. I turned it around so it was going the other way. So I would have loved to videotape like just just going at the front.
Yeah, probably not appropriate to
Yeah,
videotape
whatever.
that.
Yeah. But no, just like I wonder what it looked like. So then like I'm like trying to like it starts going. I'm like, oh, this is awesome now. And then like those like the metal poles that support the I-beam in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, your I-beam supports.
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
No,
it's
the
all-
I-beam support. Yeah.
It's just a metal
So
pole. Yeah.
like I go up to that and like I just start hugging it, and you could like echo like just through the whole fucking house that thing. And, like the pictures are shaking and like and I'm just like hold on.
Your
Just-
parents were home. Oh, God, is that an earthquake?
Yeah, but, no, like, but then my dad, yeah, the tectonic plates are going everywhere over there today. So, like, and then like nothing happened, and I'm like, when's this? Like, I didn't know what the effect. Like, obviously now I know what was supposed to happen, but like, I go,
don't
nothing.
get it.
Like, yeah, like I got a headache and my legs hurt. Yeah, like this isn't enjoyable. So then I do it again.
Obviously.
Yeah, I do it.
Obviously.
Yeah, I do it again.
The experiment didn't.
Yeah, it didn't- yeah.
result in the.
And I'm like,
conclusion
hey
of
mom,
how
I'm
well-
gonna go play with the dog downstairs. Okay, and like we had not a Rottweiler, a Doberman at the time, and like I go and like throw the ball, and I'm like trying to find the little ladybug thing, and I found it, and then like I go and I press it up against the just like that going. Then like my mom's like hitting the floor with her foot. What are you doing? Like I'm playing with the dog. But then cool shit happened. I'm like I'm doing this every day of my life now. So
Oh my god.
yeah, I was probably 12. I think 12 when that happened.
You know, it all circles back to when you're a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, trying to find.
Yeah, you can't. You're fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Like
Taking 45-minute showers and wasting all the hot water. My dad just fuck.
One sock
out.
disappears all the time.
I never fuck with socks. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? It's real. I never fuck with socks.
I had one of my friends. I remember his mom the one time was like, "Oh, he's blowing his nose in his socks again." And I'm like,
Oh my god.
does she really know what's going on, or is she just like that? Okay. Either way, okay.
Like
I'm not gonna tell her.
that shit's. I mean, like I have a boy, and that shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is. It's weird, but it
How
goes,
do you have that talk with him?
I don't
Son,
know. I
this
don't
is-
have. I don't
yeah.
have a boy. I wish I am. I'll say I am selfishly not. I don't feel bad that I don't have a boy. It's like, well,
Like when I was talking to you about like feeling like proud and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like I love both my kids so much, and I don't know if it was like when I was growing up, I never had that. Miles, I'm proud of I know my mom loves me and is proud of me and shit, but like I don't know what that feeling is of feeling proud. Like
Right. So technical difficulty and bathroom break, but at least we caught it this time.
oh, that was a good piss too.
Good. I'm happy.
I
I'm happy for you.
the route I took too, it was down the steps, around through the dining room, and then down. When I'm like, I could have just went through the kitchen.
Yeah, there's like a little island there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing that. But so the proud thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't- so you didn't. I understand what you're saying. I kind of, and I think maybe this is why I've connected with you.
Okay.
And at least in my mind, I didn't have that like dad that said like, "Hey, I'm proud of you, son." I'm like, So I didn't have, I never knew what that was. But what do you mean by that? Because I know you said something about like you don't know what it's like to be proud. What is?
It's just like general emotions and like just in general, I guess. Just like when I found out that I was going to be a dad, it was and then like with my son, I remember I was in Pennsylvania working, and then Patty said, "Hey, do you want to know if you're going to be a dad again or not?" I go, "Yeah, go ahead and tell me." And I guess it's not funny, but the guy I was with, his dad literally just died that day, and like a circle of life kind of thing. And he told me that, and then Patty goes, "Yeah, you're going to be a dad again. I'm pregnant." And like my text back, and I wish I could take like, I don't know why I texted her this. I just texted "cool," that's it, and send. The worst thing ever. Like, just I was excited, but then when I found out I was having a boy, I was at the hospital. They lubed her stomach up or whatever, the sonogram. Yeah. Yes.
It's like a sonar.
Yeah.
Sonargram.
The polygraph or
Polygraph,
polygraph, or whatever, whatever it is. Yeah.
Hey, baby, you're going to tell me the truth.
Yeah. Whose baby is that? So yeah, then you saw a little flicker, and then hey, you're having a boy. Did I don't know, when I was talking about the vasectomy thing, 34 years on this earth, I found out February 23rd what a scrotum was. I thought that was the shaft. I thought that was the shaft. I thought that was the shaft.
Yeah, he's like, no, I mean, I thought that.
Yeah, half a foot, remember? Yeah, and then, well, like, going real quick. Yeah, when the doctor's like, make sure your scrotum is clear of debris and all that stuff. Yeah.
He was like, Google scrotum.
Scrotum. Okay. Well, no, I go, oh, it's my bag. And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, what's the medical term for your shaft? He goes, a penis. I go, oh, okay. And I was so excited. Patty, I know what a fucking scrotum is now. But anyways, going back on, how do you go back to being proud talking about a... Okay.
I think maybe the only reason I knew what a scrotum was so early is because I had a buddy that had gone to Australia.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, so
down under. All
yeah,
right,
so he brought, this is down. That's funny. He brought me back a change purse. It's a small little change pouch, and it was
The old coin purse.
So they sell kangaroo scrotums
for a purse,
as not a purse, but like a pouch, like a change pouch. You remember like those plastic pouches you squeeze?
The click thing with the...
No, like
Oh,
the little plastic things that you
oh.
like squeeze, and they'd open
Yeah.
up. Well, this was like it looks exactly like you think it would be.
Yeah.
It was a leather.
How big of balls do kangaroos have?
I mean, they're
half
they're
a
like,
foot?
No, they're probably like like a third of a foot, maybe. So like 4 inches.
4 inches, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Beautiful math.
But that's what like you would squeeze like right where it would get thin and it would be attached to the body. You would like squeeze that and it would
Kind
open
of
up.
mean, don't you think?
Well, I don't know.
God,
I
I'm
don't,
gonna take the money out of this thing.
I don't think like I would hope that they it was kind of like post mortem they would take the scrotums.
Check it out.
Yeah, I have one of those. I literally have one of those.
Is there a kangaroo cartoon character? I sounded really hillbilly
Roo?
when I said.
Kanga from Winnie the Pooh. You mentioned Winnie the Pooh earlier. Roo.
Maybe
Remember
my dad.
Roo and
Maybe my dad dressed up like Kang in the pouch.
yeah.
Hey, you little bastard,
Yeah.
get back here!
Yeah, I got one. I have one of those.
What
But yeah,
about
so
the
that's
hop, hop, hop singing kangaroo?
Oh yeah, not Billy
Big Daddy?
Madison, Big Daddy. Yeah,
oh, that was so creepy.
stupid kangaroo.
Yeah, sorry. So going back, proud.
You
found out you were having
a boy, and then
Yeah.
my dad is like the king of. I wish I had the fuck it flag like my dad does. Dude is a rambling man. Does like anything he wants. Lives like with he doesn't have any consequences. Like
He doesn't think he has any consequences.
yeah,
At least, yeah.
like baseball games when I was a kid. Fuck it, I'm gonna go to the Moose and stuff like that. But I mean, I love. I turned out the way I am because of my childhood, and I love the way I am. But like the dude's the king of not being excited about shit. And I called him, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, guess what? You're having another grandkid." He goes, "Huh?" And yeah, huh? I go, "A grandkid." He goes, "Who is this?" I go, "Your son." And, huh? Oh, the dude. He has 3 kids. oh, Miles, how you doing, buddy? And I go, "I'm pretty good. Yeah, me and Patty are at the doctor's. You're having another grandson." this is your 7th grandchild. Sat, huh? All right. And I hear him thinking, counting in his head.
Right.
All right, there's Vanessa. But yeah, the little mumble Navajo talk that he was doing. And I go, yeah, we're having a boy, he's due in September. He goes, yep. All right, I gotta go back to cutting meat, and then click. That's like, but like, I mean, I don't ever remember Dad saying, you know, son, I love you and stuff like. And like, I'm not playing like the woe is me pity shit. Like, I'm fine. Like, right. But like, he makes like certain grunts or whatever. Like he's like a monkey or something. But like, I know he loves me, and I know that. Like when we're talking on the phone or something, like, all right, Dad, you know, catch you later. Hi. I know, like, that's all right. Love you too, son. Like,
Right.
But like, it didn't. I mean, Patty notices it now. Like we weren't really an affectionate family growing up, like hugs and stuff like that. Like, it's odd if I don't hug my sisters. We don't say I love you to each other.
Hell, I barely talk to my sisters.
How many sisters do you have?
I have two.
Two.
Sisters and 2 stepbrothers.
Are you the youngest, oldest?
Youngest natural.
Biological?
Biological sibling. Yeah. My sisters are 5 and 8 years older than me.
Yeah, mine are 10 years. They're twins.
Yeah. So did your sisters fuck with you when you were like little? Like, how bad? Because my sister used to beat the shit out of me, like, and spit on my face and stuff.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that explains.
Well, it was like a
why,
game.
Okay.
Like, it was like, so my oldest sister,
spit on
she
my
would
face.
she would like take a she would
Hell yeah. Let's get weird, man.
she would like take a stool and put my like an old school plastic stool, like we sat like, you know, a foot off the ground, and she would like pin me down the ground so my head was sticking out of the one in my arms, so I couldn't like, it looked like Ralphie off of Christmas. Yeah. And she would just sit on the stool and just spit on my face, just for fun. So that was my childhood.
Mine. No, like
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, they would like dress me up in girl outfits, and I like went along with it. Cool. My dad thought I was going to take a different road in life. I think he accepted it or whatever. But yeah, they would dress me up in their clothes. They would on vacations, like when you get sunburnt or like your skin starts to peel.
Right.
They would take their dead skin and shove it in my mouth.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you.
But then like I got big enough, like maybe that's why I started eating profusely. No, like I got bigger than them, and then like they wouldn't fuck with me anymore.
Then they just stopped talking to you altogether. It's like, oh, fuck,
and plus, I mean, they were
gonna
10,
fuck us up now.
They were 10 years older than me anyway. So like, I mean, by the time I was 8, they were out the house.
Mm. Yeah. No, I'm kind of on the same boat. I remember my like, I think my dad's met my daughter once ever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
how old is she? 9.
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah. 9 times. Bueller.
Yeah, my daughter's 9 too.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like he'll like. I've sent Tony a text my dad. He'll be like, during the whole Trump thing. He's not necessarily a Trumper, but he's one of those people that I think is too smart for his own good. So it took away from his capabilities of like feelings and everything else. So he'd be like, oh, check out this. The government's doing this shit. Like, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, and to me, I'm like, oh, like, I think I even told my wife this, like, look, I was like, this is my dad saying he cares about me.
Yeah, like, but you know,
that's like, I'm
yeah.
like, this is the most emotion my dad has ever shown me in my entire life, sending me a conspiracy theory about how the government is going to be overthrown in 2 months. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he does care about me.
The hardest thing for like my dad leans, I think my whole family leans right. I'm sorry, not me.
I mean, whatever. Yeah,
but I'm not like I'm not like a way far. I'm in the middle, and I kind of go this way.
Yeah, well, like my dad's a libertarian. Like he proclaims himself to be a libertarian.
I think that's what I am. I think
like government, get the fuck out of my life. Like leave me alone.
Yes.
Like don't stop taking all my money and stop pushing me to do things.
Well, like
and give me my guns. and a rocket launcher on top. Yeah, have you seen those memes where like, how pro gun are you? And it shows like a Navy destroyer like shooting all of its cannons. Like,
I like the I don't do you guys think you should have access to 90 round magazines?
why not?
I don't see I just don't see the purpose of having 90 rounds in a gun. But I don't have a reason for it. That's a thing. Like, but I feel I should have some sort of like argument why.
So I guess, what about fireworks? Are you okay with fireworks?
Yeah, I'm fine with fireworks.
What about muzzle loaders?
No, I'm not saying I'm not fine with guns or anything.
No, I'm just no.
Yeah,
so
muzzle- yeah,
I'm
that's-
I'm getting to a point. Here.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with muzzle loaders. Yeah.
So you know how to you talked about how you have your dad gave you a muzzle loader,
a
right?
fucking sweet muzzle
Right.
loader.
You have no idea how to use it.
No
right?
clue, yeah.
I've never shot a muzzle. I own one.
Yeah.
My in-laws family they hunt with muzzle loaders a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I have one. I've never used it. Do you know what you use to shoot a muzzle loader? You know how to I know how to load a muzzle loader in a sense.
Yeah, gunpowder, the
Right. So you can
paper or something, and
Right.
then, yeah.
so you can go buy a giant canister of gunpowder.
Well, you can get tannerite. Like,
Right. Tannerite.
What? Why?
So
I don't
what's
know.
the difference? So a 90 round magazine, what's the difference? I can buy a giant brick of gunpowder to blow something up.
If you have 90 rounds, you're a horrible shot, or you're a drug dealer. Like, that's just
Well, okay, so why do people like fireworks?
I don't know, colors. I don't know.
Pretty explosions.
Pretty
right?
yeah,
They're pretty explosions.
yeah.
Why do people like 90? Why do most people like 90 round magazines?
No, I'm not saying
Because
take
it's
them
pretty.
Off the,
It's pretty explosions.
Yeah, like,
it's fun for people. You know what I mean? Like the high, like the most efficient killers in the planet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have 90 round magazines. They have 30 round typically at most that they're going, or 5 rounds. If
Yeah.
you're talking about like a sniper rifle, those are people that are like, it's just something that's, somebody wants to go out there and they want to have 90 rounds and
go
just,
out in the backyard.
yeah,
naked,
just, bah,
and
yeah,
then-
naked off their porch and just, bah, 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 and be like, woo!
with your half foot dick just going around everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's the point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that's the point. It's for what?
Yeah, I am not
For fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm not saying like take your guns away or anything. I am not that person at all. I want a gun. I need a gun to protect my house. But why is 9 rounds? Why am I okay with 9 rounds but not 90?
That's my point.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm influenced by what I see, but then I don't watch, CNN is not on my house 24/7.
God, I hope not. That's depressing. Trust me. Every single time I get depressed.
I grew up watching Fox. I watch Fox now. I think that one Christy Capel chick's hot as fuck. Just throwing that out there. I mean, yeah, she had a kid
I watch Fox
Yeah.
on mute.
on mute.
It's like when I used to watch Britney Spears.
I'd pin under the
MTV.
table. Okay. So the spring. MTV Spring Break. Do you remember those things?
Yes.
I had VHSs stacked, just recording everything, and I didn't know how censorship works. I thought if they blur, I'm like, God, just move really quick and it won't catch, and then I'm just hours just staring and
Just
trying to-
waiting. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, I didn't see
it
anything.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah, TRL live, all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah. I just feel like there's no way this is real. Like there's no way. And then I'm like, oh, when I turn 18, I'm gonna go there too. Like that's what life is.
Oh man, the second that clock hit midnight when I turned 18, I went to what was it?
TRL, here I come.
No, the strip club in Worcester. I forget what it was.
There's been what's it? The Ugly
It's
Duck.
a not Grey Goose. Yeah, it's an Ugly Duck now. Started with a B. Bacchus. Bacchus. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what time you go into a strip club. I'm thinking night. I don't know. I went at 2 on a Wednesday afternoon.
So you got a really good deal on a steak.
Beautiful deal on the steak. No, I go in there and this is when you can still smoke inside bars,
Right.
And since I couldn't drink, I just bought fucking packs of Black and Milds, and they gave me a Folgers can to put my ashes in, and I'm just lighting like that. But when I walk in, nobody was dancing or anything, and then the DJ or whatever, they didn't blow a whistle or I don't. He herded up the women. It's like, hey, we gotta. I was the only person in there.
Oof.
And then I had to go through like, hey, do you want to dance? No, not. And like, I felt guilty saying no, no, no. Yeah, you. Like, okay, you're ugly. You're ugly. I find you attractive. And then like they all know that I said no to them before, but it was always the one stripper at that on the Wednesday when I went in there.
On the Wednesdays.
But yeah, like then like I don't know like if it's like not morals. I'm in a strip club for fuck's sake. But like I just in my mind I felt guilty for saying no to the ones I'm nothing to write home about. But like I don't know why I felt guilty.
Well, it's good at that point, like because you
I was 18. I was.
You want to be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But I think there's a stripper type for everybody. Man, woman, whatever you are, there's a stripper type for everybody. You know, there's a specific niche. You know, for every single.
I don't want to say I fucked up one night, but I went
Maybe
in Akron. I was literally right when he walked the ABC's Men Club in Akron. I went into. It was a male strip
okay.
club. But like we were walking on Market. I think it was on Market Street. I don't know. And then we just kind of go in there, and then fucking dudes everywhere
doing their thing. Don't.
Like, yeah, we paid the cover.
Yeah.
So they have a beer. Who cares?
Beers are probably cheaper than a normal strip club.
That was the first time I ever got a drink bought for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Me? Really?
Yeah, really?
My God,
Oh.
come here. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, we'll hang out for a while.
Oh.
No, he's like, oh, we better not tell that.
No. Maybe,
You know?
maybe that's where my fear of bears come from.
Dude, I was literally just thinking the bear when you said that.
Oh,
Said that.
that's classic. Maybe.
Yeah.
Big hairy men.
What are you supposed to do? Hold still? Let them or whenever
Yeah, play
a bear
dead.
attack? Yeah, play dead.
Play
Fetal
dead.
position.
I'd stay
Yeah.
out of the fetal position at
Yeah.
that point if that's the kind of bear you're dealing with.
Maybe that is probably why.
Full circle.
Found it out.
There you go. See, we're working your problems out.
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm here to help.
You all right there, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
I was just trying to catch my composure.